Bessie Johnson's, baby.
Unisex. If you say so.
Sax is the funniest person on the show on accident. Bro.
On accident. That's the slave. Like I told you, see your point. But you on your own. I can't help you. I know how this is gonna go.
I'm feeling the vibes, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We live? We live, Harlan? Yeah. Okay, cool. Can you hear everybody? What's the volume like? Can you check it and see if how clear we are? I want to make sure they can hear us. I know we gotta stay quiet on the set.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me?
Coming through nice. Oh yeah, we got this like right here.
No, them ain't working right now. That's for the recording.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, you good. We want the people to see. We want the people to see some real production going on around here. Yeah. Alex, yeah. Let them know.
I'm just gonna go ahead and y'all.
Yeah, do extra shit
in front of the scenes.
Right. Yeah, we just finna kick it, man. We ain't finna get super uppity daily, but we got Peroni coming on. We'll just talk like Shamar a little bit. What the streets feeling. Y'all made some hires. Y'all made some extensions. So
right, for real. That shit never happened. Never happened.
I want the video of you being like,
I'm quiet on the set.
Yeah, like, man, if he can't get nobody else.
Right. I think he was just being too, in my opinion, he was being too damn picky. I would have
just scrap it, yeah, because you know what ain't working.
Yeah.
So I would rather
he's
go
so
with
damn
nice.
particular on like continuation of relationships and stuff like that. So if he don't feel like a person that's an absolute fit, he ain't gonna fucking do it. What you know?
Ain't about it.
And I think sometimes it's not bad.
That's the thing about being a young head coach though. Like you don't have a whole lot of relationships,
right?
So like most times, you gotta start reaching out.
Yeah, you feel me? Build it. That's all it is.
That's why I talk about that Rolodex. My coach Rolodex deep, but everybody want everything on it. Soon as we want, we off a jackpot burn, they off. Shit.
That boy Steve Billy called up on those eyes.
Man, somebody named Billy calling Jack. It's over.
Right? Yo, when I knew y'all got in, I said, "Oh, that's it." But I think they say,
right?
Yeah, he was probably going to Auburn.
They would play.
If we Auburn, it'd probably been. If we would Auburn, it'd probably been calling to us. But then we would offer.
CJ is Connor back. We'll bring Connor on out the Prony League.
I think it was the SEC thing.
Yeah.
But no,
not yet, but let them know that we're gonna bring them on out the Prony. Out the Prony got, we'll bring them on the couch.
Yeah,
it'd been route for us too.
Well, he wasn't gonna go with us, even though like it was crazy. He definitely sounded excited, like about.
Cause y'all came before Auburn, I think. So I mean, I'm pretty sure.
He was kind of the next.
He want to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, he committed because that was his biggest offer.
Yeah,
I think he was the next biggest.
Yeah, then Auburn came, and then
right. Yeah,
that's dope for him, though, man.
Oh yeah,
y'all ready? Yo, quiet on the set. Can we just start? Do you hear us fine? Tell them to quiet down some. Tell them to quiet down. Tell them to quiet down some.
TJ like everybody.
You can't hear them?
Not really. I'll let you hear it.
It's fucking with my head. I ain't gonna lie to you. At least for the start. Once we get going, they can start. Whatever.
How long we get ready to go right now?
Not long. Just gonna get the Peroni, do a quick update with Connor, who here, and then we out.
So like 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's each time we're gonna like.
Right. I get. Yeah. Just give them. Yeah. I know.
That's it.
Hey, we can hear y'all clearly. We can hear a little bit.
Okay. All right, but let's ride.
I'm just gonna send Peroni this link.
Okay.
That might be good too.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll get Connor back on. We'll do Peroni. We'll do our little shit. If we got more shit to talk, we'll do it out the Peroni.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready? Everybody covering National Signing Day, bro.
Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not now?
Not like this.
That's a different vibe, though.
Covered it, but not
It's a different vibe, man.
They fired up, yeah.
Everybody covering it. Don't make it like we weird. We working too. We working too, baby. You know what I'm saying? New roller
I got
vibe.
kids to feed.
You keep saying that, man. You made me wonder sometimes.
You probably do.
Nah, I hope not.
Yeah, right.
I hope not. Yeah, so they probably about 15 and angry.
Right.
Right.
Hey, so you got two problems on your
About
hands.
to get ready to go D1.
Said, I ain't know nothing
Right,
about
It's
it.
about time to pop up, Larry. Huh?
Yeah.
Perfect time.
Listen, man, me and your mama was
You were young. Right.
I was trying to be, grown when I wasn't.
Right.
I'm asking you to look inside your heart for forgiveness. I know I wasn't there before, but I'm here now.
Right.
But not just attached
Commit
to
to
the
the
money
youth.
train. Yeah. They're not just attached to the money train.
Yeah,
What's
so,
up, man?
you're a Mario Crystal Ball?
Let's go, man. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. New roll up, new vibes. National Signing Day. Sponsored, powered by the great folks at Gramco. Be sure to visit thegramco.com. Use coupon code NSD
2.5?
22.
2.2.
Why would it be 25?
I have zero. It is 2.5.
It's 25.
I think it's 25% off.
Oh, I thought it was signing day.
I like how you looked at me and
right.
then told me I was wrong. I was like, I thought it was 2.5.
My bad.
That's all good.
I stand corrected. NSD 25 for 25% off. We kicking it, man.
No doubt.
It's your humble host, Silk. I'm kicking it with my guy CJ Larion.
In the flesh together for the first time, man. I know
Yeah.
a lot of the streets been wanting this for a minute, man.
Right.
We got plenty of fans of the show in here today, and that's one of the compliments. Like, they so happy to have us all together. I'm happy to be together like this.
Yeah, man.
It's a different vibe when you get to sit down and kick it. So
Yeah, we ain't on the Skype.
Feelings.
Yeah, we ain't on the and we kick our thing on it. We do our thing on StreamYard. Them vibes is dope, but getting in the same building,
More personable.
and who got a better set than this, bro? Everybody, a lot of podcasts going on. Everybody got a better set than this, man. Shout out to the beautiful buds and plants from Gramco.
yeah, this is real pretty.
And this is authentic. This is not fake stuff we got on the set, right, man? So we got some coffee mugs.
I
haven't had the coffee
yet.
yet, but I heard it's great. Shout out to Todd.
I hope it's real because I done plucked the bud or two. So if it ain't, it's gonna be a waste of time.
So how y'all boys feeling this morning? I know you all have a lot going on, CJ.
Yeah, feeling real good. So we just hired off the field. I got to get his name. I saw the text or the tweet when we were in here. We just hired a guy in recruiting. I might get more information on that later. Then, of course, you got, with Miami, they just had the news of hiring Kevin Steele, who's a longtime FSU guy, one of who was a linebacker coach at FSU, if I'm not mistaken. Coached a lot of our all-time greats. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how it's going on. And also, Antavius Woody, the guy I spoke to you guys about last week in regards to Jack Piper kind of not getting the offer.
Right.
We'll see how that plays out, man. It could.
Oh yeah, he trying to get in.
Right, yeah,
right.
we'll see how that works out. And, that's a perfect opportunity. You got a kid. We talk about Deion and stuff all the time.
Right.
Perfect opportunity. You got a kid that's kind of on the fence. Well, you got Jackson State that can kind of slide in the family and kind of, hey, we're going to sign regardless. We're going to make it happen. We're going to get you grades. Let's do it. You see the culture, be HBCU, be on that trailblazer, so to speak. So that's a perfect opportunity for someone like Deion to kind of go in the back door. So he did say he's going to sign a letter of intent today. We'll find out where soon.
That's what's up. Not a whole lot of Deion smoke today. We thought we was going to get some smoke. Nothing has happened. So it could go down. But we thought it was going to be probably some smoke around.
Remember that Travis stuff, it came out like an hour before he was supposed to sign. So
yeah, that took us by surprise. But Deion been hitting. But I think that tweet last week might have ruined some things. Even if it was going to go down.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah,
that I don't like. How does that work with violations?
Possibly.
That's why he deleted. I'm pretty sure Jackson State
Possibly.
complains. God, hey, listen, bro. Delete that shit right now. Feel me?
Right.
That's a violation, or whatnot. But a lot of that stuff be light recruiting violations, grand scheme. So
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt it.
Yeah, if he signs Shamar,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna take the little X amount of penalty, little money fine, whatever.
Right.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, Barstool gonna pay it anyway.
Right, exactly.
Shit, his money.
Shout out to Barstool.
Shout out to Barstool.
Dave Portnoy and all they got going on over there.
So what's going on the Miami side? Speaking of like Shamar, Portnoy, and the Barstool boys.
Yeah.
Danny Kane Twitter, y'all finna land something?
First of all, you can't take Danny serious because he got a name with a bunch of numbers in it, which
Shout out to Danny though, man.
That's crazy.
Danny a whole legend out here though.
he is
Shout out
in
to
his
Danny.
own way. I don't even know if he realizes it. So Danny's out there working. Danny got us with a really great record this year. So Shout out the guy. I'm not gonna jump out on that
It
list.
was 9-3, wasn't it?
No, Danny had us at 11-1.
Man, we're not finna talk about Danny.
But
Who y'all like? Y'all,
He
what's
said
the
if
what's the vibes with Shamar?
Shamar, man, you asking me right now what time is it? What time is it live? About 10:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna go 51 TAMU, 49 Miami. That's been the vibes, man. It's like,
You made a couple layups or something. What happened?
I mean, it's a testament to Mario's recruitment. Honestly, they saying like he has a real decision to make now, but the Texas A&M relationships are older.
Right.
That's why he didn't go back. I know people try to make a lot of them not going back. But at the end of the day, he's been there several times. So it was just like, look, Coach, your pitch is solidified with me. I'm gonna take the time to go kick it with Miami for a little bit and see what else they got to talk about because it's the end of the game now. So, outside of that, man,
that Mario just got there 2 months.
But you're right at 2 months ago, right? So, yeah, I mean, he's trying to dig his heels in. You gotta remember too, because Shamar was early.
Y'all signed my dorm room yet? Remember that was the vibes. He's been on campus. Shamar been on campus so many times.
He should, but see, I done seen this movie before. Sony Michelle basically lived in Miami, and he went right on to Georgia.
That's a throwback, yo.
I don't know why that kid would want to go to the sticks, man.
I wouldn't, but hey, everybody got their own thing.
Bro, y'all like discredit country college towns, bro. That shit is different. It ain't Miami, but it's a different vibe.
Hey,
right. Especially for a kid who probably, who's from Miami in the scene. I don't know, man. It's different vibes.
Yeah.
I guess it's what you want. If you that glitz and glamour, high profile guy who want to be in the spotlight, cool. But you want to place like Tallahassee, so to speak, where you can be the king on a smaller scale.
Right.
It just depends on the type of vibe you want to.
That's who we are. That's all.
So how y'all feeling? I know it's pretty much down to Florida and Miami with Javante Citizen.
Really?
What you
I
hearing on
ain't
your
heard
side?
it was that close. I've been hearing that he's probably going to stay SEC. I
feel good then.
So my understanding is we did make good ground with him. But I've been kind of hearing this a little bit more Florida, LSU. So I don't think
that makes sense.
I think
LSU gonna be in it for all these Louisiana kids at the very end. For sure.
I think we made a good impression, and I think if we had longer to work, I think we might be able to. Plus, you got to factor in the Henry Parrish transfer. So you add that in, maybe gets a little bit crowded back there for him coming in.
Yeah,
and maybe
we're taking three this cycle, but I'm projecting like a couple transfers.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm projecting a couple transfers, especially with the freshman kid that's transferring from Louisiana already playing that offense. He got the heads up. He got the edge in that room with learning the offense out the gate.
Yeah,
he's a younger guy. Also, my man Naquan Wright injured right now, so that put him in a pickle depth chart wise. And those guys got a head start on him. He ain't got that many years of eligibility left, so he tweeted a lot too that he's not that. You can tell he's not that happy, so he may be a guy that exit. Lorenzo Lingard, he got to get some film. So if he gets behind on the depth chart somewhere, he may vote.
Spring too, yeah.
But we still got, like I said, the transfer and my man. What am I forgetting my man's name? Lakeland Bowman. We still got DeMarcus Bowman.
I forgot about Bowman. Yeah.
Right. So we have
that's on campus right there.
Right, but I think we possibly have two exits.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. I think Linger's going just because again he hasn't got the snaps yet.
I mean, right now, Billy like to play a nice rotation of three backs, so he got an opportunity. I mean, it's like three backs in camp. In a whole lot of competition, he'll get opportunities.
That's the same thing with FSU on
so you can hear Brian.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Somebody's got this out. I can add.
No, that's
why we
I'm not putting that in my.
Oh,
no, you AM though, man. You got Shamar, the Shamar battle going on, so we need to tell them a little bit more.
We'll find a third one.
All right, cool. But what I was about to say, speaking of transfers and taking so many in the class and possibly having the same thing with FSU, the receiver. We took 4 receivers, and if the right one was coming in, they'll add a little bit more too.
All right, we're gonna bring on Brian Peroni, 247 Sports. He covers Texas A&M. Brian, how you doing, my dude?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We having a blast over it, man. Just hanging out, kicking it.
I know, man. I see some red Solo cups there on the table. That's how you know it's a good time.
Oh man, ain't nothing in number T.
Yeah, Texas T. It's something in mind, Brian. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
We work a little bit different over here, Brian. We calling you about the elephant in the room, my man Shamar.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we're live here. He's Shamar Stewart's announcing in what 2.5 hours or so.
Right.
Texas A&M looked to be like easily the place before Mario Cristobal came on. You know, he visited Miami some, but didn't seem that interested. Cristobal's a great recruiter. Got the Canes back into it. He took an unofficial, you know, it's just down the road, but took an unofficial a few weekends back, took an official over the weekend, and Miami has really made things interesting. But I think it'll still be A&M, but it wouldn't be the hugest shock if he decided to stay home. But Cristobal really has done a good job there.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you ultimately. I think some people are going to take this as a loss if we weren't able to secure him. I don't think that's fair. I think if you're going to truly evaluate this situation, you got to just credit Mario for getting in the door and getting in that situation. I think Jimbo's done a phenomenal job building that relationship. And like I said, I got us in the fight, but I got the slight lean to take me in there.
Brown jacket Jimbo, baby. That's what he do. Know all about it.
Hey, man, I mean, Jimbo's building the powerhouse out right now.
The A&M defensive line class this year is ridiculous, and I think a lot of those guys want to play with the other ones. It's on defensive line, you want offensive linemen to be blocking the other guys instead of you. So if you're playing by some really talented dudes, so I mean, if he commits, that'll be the third 5-star they sign on the line and the fifth top 50 national guy on the line. So I think he likes that. And like you said, he's had the relationship with the A&M staff for a long time. But, I mean, Cristobal got him in. I mean, Miami really was not in this, before he came. So, I mean, just the fact that,
Hey, Brian, you ain't got to give him no more victories, my boy.
I mean, dude.
We don't need
there are some. I mean, for the future, if Miami fans are looking to the future and saying, "Hey,
they need no more victories right now, bro." You seen they just hired a coach, Brian.
I'm all teeth, right? I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, so if this was the 23 class, I mean, he may have ended up in Coral Gables. Who knows? And You know what? I'm saying this like he's already announced. He hasn't. He could surprise some people. I mean, I think it's A&M, but he could surprise some people. But
I don't know, Brian. He did the old delete everybody else except Miami on the Instagram move. I'm like, that was a gut punch when I saw that. So outside of that, Texas A&M has an opportunity to land the best class ever on paper. What do you accredit that to? That's an amazing task, period, considering we've had Alabama dominated for the last decade or so.
Yeah, so Georgia and Alabama have an 11-year streak of one of those two being the top class in the country. The last time there was another team besides them was 2010 with Florida. So, I mean, when Jimbo came, he said that he wanted to have a top 2 class every year, but I don't think anybody saw him finishing not only number 1, but if they do get Shamar, that makes it the best class of all time on paper, like you said. I mean, that's ridiculous. It'll be 16 national top 100 guys, 7 5-stars. I mean, you just don't see that. But A&M, Houston was absolutely loaded this year, which has helped, and that they've been able to go get defensive linemen from all over the country.
Brian, they was in the press. There was some news about like the way they was doing NIL. What's special about the way they're doing NIL? And do you think they're possibly like getting a big class like this? You still got the transfer portal right now. Do you think he keeps all this together and ends up winning a national championship with this class?
I mean, that's the thing now. You got to keep recruiting these guys once they're on campus. They can transfer after a semester, so it's hard to say with that. But I tell you what, there is the talent there. The one question about this class is the offensive line. They missed on a big guy they were after in 5-star Kelvin Banks signed with Texas in December, and that was a huge one they wanted. But if they get that sorted out, I mean, they do have the talent. The defense finally looks like the Alabamas and the Georgias in the SEC, has a talent like that. And with the NIL I mean, A&M has put together a program where they're, showing the kids the possibility, I think, that what they can do in college but I mean, it's not, you've seen numbers thrown about. I mean, I don't think A&M's doing anything different than other schools with, it's all, the compliance over there is pretty, is pretty good about keeping a really close eye on the football team. So, they're doing everything above board but I think they're just sort of ahead of the curve a bit.
Isn't it funny how we're treating this like it's not a recruiting tool because it's not technically supposed to be one, but everybody's talking about packages that are presented to these guys and it being a business decision.
Oh no, exactly, 100%. I mean,
It's always been a business decision, not
just in general.
Money.
I mean, kids are
It involves money.
Just in general, kids are knowing what they're worth.
Open eye.
That's a game changer.
We lose you, Brian.
Oh, it's all good. You guys hear me?
We lose him a bit.
He out. Brian there?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
I'm here.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Y'all got me?
Did it cut out on you, sir?
Yeah, we just move on with the show. We can't hear him.
All right.
I think he cut out. You still there?
I'm here. Y'all got me?
Man,
or no?
until we figure that out, let's keep the vibes kicking, man. We can be talking technical support. So no Shamar, no Trevante Simpson. Who y'all getting in there? What else? What else is on y'all board?
Today, I'll be honest with you. I think we got a temporary expectation. I think it'll be a light day in general. My best hopes are a few linemen. We have a couple of offensive linemen we're feeling good about. Matt McCoy, a guy that we have guys on.
Y'all beat us for that one.
I think that's looking pretty good. Inez, what's his last name? I want to say Cooper. I might be wrong off the top of the head. I can say the Vikes is big. Out of Alabama.
What about the one out west, you guys who know he's committed to
Ayuli, that's an interesting story. I'm not sure if it's Ayuli or Yuli. That's gonna be an interesting
Dave
one.
Ayuli. Right?
They were saying everybody felt like it was us, and then everybody started crystal balling in Oregon. He came off that fresh
long trip.
And Dillingham
and that's what I think the difference is.
Dillingham came in and did the same.
Yeah, to an extent.
Let his nuts hang a little bit.
Right.
To an extent, I think it became
Flexed up on Mario, man.
I think it became you sell them on stage. It's a long way. You're going all the way from the West Coast all the way down to the bottom of the East Coast. So
yeah, when I seen, I'm gonna tell you one. Like here's one of the things. On his Miami visit, he was a lot of pictures. Him and his family, a lot of pictures. It was real loud. And I was still, I'm peeping the scene. I'm watching everything. I said, let me check on this Dave kid. I don't know if it's gonna come on. I'm just nosy. Let me see what's going on. Nothing from the weekend. Like no pictures, no nothing. Very quiet. But through another player that was on a visit, pictures. Bro, he's smiling ear to ear. Oregon gear. I was like, yeah, he was formally committed there. That shit is on the West Coast.
Right.
I was like, I don't foresee that kid going all the way to Miami. His family they Polynesians are really close, knit people. Right. So I didn't foresee that happening.
I think we had
sad that y'all found out today, though.
We found out yesterday.
Oh, okay. I ain't been on Twitter like that.
So those number one recruiting players in the state jumping in, everybody, that was all wolf tickets, huh?
Yeah,
it sounded good. It had a lot of legs at one point.
You was bringing out the class calculator on the timeline.
But I never did that. I don't even know how to use that. I promise you wasn't me.
No D-Ross. I
have no idea how to use that thing. No, I mean, I think I said, we can go back and check the film. I think I said top 20 is what my prediction was.
I said 15.
If we were to land Shamar, I think
that may get y'all close.
I think we'll be right outside. From some other class calculations, like 23.
We have a small class. Can't help y'all like that. Y'all got 10 people.
Yeah. 11.
Now, so with that,
we got the highest grades.
With that, yeah. I mean, we got that. With that few people, you better. With that being in mind, you think, I guess this after Sunday, you feel like Mario focused heavy on the court to kind of compensate for the lack of.
Yeah. Just like you said, things are gonna open up. once guys start seeing
It's two ways
their
of things.
position, right? It goes both ways. Once they start seeing their position on the depth chart, and that's that's a joke we all used to get out like, oh, they leaving, so they scared of competition. That's
It's
cap,
business,
bro.
man.
It's business. They looking at a good fit.
Hey, you look at Jermaine Johnson, for example, man. Jermaine was
Made a lot of money,
rotation
man.
guy at Georgia. He come to FSU, dominate.
The top 10 guy.
Hell, he go to the Senior Bowl. He's dominating that shit. So he's positioned himself to be a surefire first round pick. He stay at Georgia.
Right.
That may not be the case at all.
Walker from Wake Forest, a guy that's going to be again. I mean, I don't know if
We
he's
had
a
him
first
all,
rounder,
Yeah.
but he jumps.
Van Jefferson came in the NFL. Like we don't have so many.
Absolutely.
What's my name? Grenard.
Jalen Phillips for us.
There's so many, man. The transfer portal it's a recruit.
Even
too.
KJ Osborne, who's a later pick, but he's honestly been a good contributor for
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Right.
The receiver you guys had this year broke all the records.
Rambo's looking to climb up. He's
Rambo.
I
heard
thought that was a
dominant.
bad decision going from Oklahoma,
That's what
Nick
people
Riley's
said, yeah.
offense. To,
So, I think we're gonna see after spring settles in a little bit. Yeah, I think he'll attack it to try to fill some voids, especially at linebacker. I still think we could use some help there. I don't think we'll attack big like a wide receiver. I think we're gonna trust some of our younger guys. Hopefully, Ladd can maybe step his game up to where we originally all thought he was gonna be with five-star kids. So,
Right.
it's, again, business for him. He's trying to get in. He's trying to get in and get out. He's trying to go out there and have a great year and go to the draft next year.
like I said, it's business. You see Clemson didn't work out. The opportunities are
All right. Some injuries, and then I think he's a little worried about the QB room over there as well. So,
Right.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
yeah. So it's gonna be exciting for us.
What we got on the board, I mean, Jalen Farmer, and he took the Bama visit last weekend. He's in the fold 9 a.m. this morning. Miguel Mitchell, safety, out of Alabama, he's in. The tight end, Hayden Hanson, is in. I think the announcement we have right now in the wings is Javonte Citizen at noon, Harold Perkins at 2:15, Matthew McCoy at 3:15, Jacoby Matthews at 7 p.m. I don't have a time for Caleb Douglas and Arliss Bordenham right now. I feel good on Javonte Citizen. I think right now I'll say we land him. Oh, there go my guy. What's up? Let's kick it. We're gonna kick it. We got my man Connor from No Facts also. Who you writing with right now? Who you writing with?
Huh?
Who you writing with right now, man? Come sit down.
Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. Shout out to my man Connor.
Boy.
Give us a sauce, man. Give the people, tell them where you how they can find you on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's at CJ_Clark1. Obviously, like Corey said, I write for Sports Illustrated All Gators. Do a little bit of stuff with the Stadium McGill blog as well. Should be a good day though for Florida. No, they've got some kids coming up. Like you just mentioned, Javonte Citizen set to announce at 12. Feel really good about Florida for him. Perkins, it's about 50-50 between Florida and LSU from what I'm hearing right now.
Where's Perkins from originally?
He's originally from Louisiana, moved out to Texas.
Okay. So that's why LSU.
Yeah, so his uncle still lives in New Orleans, who he grew up with. His mom, I know his mom really liked the Florida visit, had a really good time there. She likes Florida a lot. But the rest of
those
it,
Louisiana kids.
yeah, it's always hard to pull kids from Louisiana, man. But he's set to announce at 4:30 this afternoon. So that one's going to be real close to watch. Like you said, Jacoby Matthews is at 7.
Right.
As far as I've been told this morning, Florida's pretty much out of the running on that one now. Looks like it's either going to be LSU or Texas A&M. A&M surging late on that one.
Jimbo cooking, bro.
Yeah, Jimbo always has those last-minute signing
Brown
day.
jacket, man. Like
Signing day stuff,
when it
man.
comes this type of stuff, Jimbo locks in. When he's actually locked in the coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. He recruiting at a deadly rate, man. Eventually he gonna hit one.
He was doing the same thing at FSU with less resources. Now he has the resources to back him.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if y'all had some more money, y'all would have kept him. Things would be great, right?
See, man, they got stale too, man. Like the tail end Jimbo wasn't that early Jimbo. We got like
Right.
LaMarcus Joyner, Jalen Ramsey, Timmy Jones. That Jimbo.
Right.
He was recruiting at an elite level.
Yeah.
Right,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's get back to,
And he was going across the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get back to
His
Harold Perkins. We got
evaluation,
Manny
too, later
Navarro
on.
in the wing.
Later on, we was doing high level evaluation when
Yeah,
he was doing
exactly.
his evaluation.
Right. So Harold Perkins.
Yeah.
What are you feeling on Harold Perkins right now?
So I know everybody across the nation is saying LSU. My gut says Florida right now. I think it's hard to go against Mom in these situations. Mom really likes Florida. I think she likes Florida more than LSU. And quite frankly, I think the other family pressure to LSU is working in Florida's favor. I don't know if anybody saw. I don't know if anybody saw, but she's been pretty active on social media, posting stuff on Instagram. And actually went out there.
Man, give me the tea, man. I ain't been on the socials, bro. I've been
so
running
she actually
around.
went out there on Instagram, posted a story saying, without naming names, saying, "Oh, you want to come back into your son's life now? Now that he's
We
big
just talking
time."
about Larry.
Yeah, that's me.
That's
Yeah.
what
Just talking about.
So-
Kids out
No
there.
time like the present, baby.
So she's not happy about
Matter.
100 notifications.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah, we good.
All right, you're good.
All right, we back. New roll up, new vibes. We kicking in. Let's get back into this Gator talk. We were talking about wide receiver Caleb Douglas, who's down to Florida LSU, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Florida LSU. He visited Florida on the 14th. Took his official to LSU last weekend. As far as everybody's concerned, it's pretty much Florida locked up. He was committed to USC to now Florida Gators wide receiver coach Kerry Colbert. Came over to Florida. He was the first prospect that Billy Napier offered when he got to Florida.
Right.
So that's pretty much locked up as far as I know. He should be announcing to Florida here in a couple hours.
What happened with wide receiver TJ Allen? I know it came down to us and TCU. That was a kid, speedy kid, shifty. We could have used a guy like that. I do like Caleb Douglas, but what happened with TJ Allen?
Yeah, he's somebody that he's from Texas. From what I understand, he's known TCU's wide receiver coach since he was about 6 or 7 years old. It's a long-term relationship that's hard to beat out. He was telling Florida coaches that he was going to be coming to Florida.
Right.
But I think at the end of the day, that distance from home, that relationship with that TCU wide receiver coach was a little bit too much to beat on just 3 months of a relationship dating back to when the staff got hired. Don't get me wrong, I'm not spinning it. It is a miss on Florida's end.
Right.
They missed on a kid that they really wanted. But you've got a lifelong relationship over there that's kind of hard to beat out.
There's always reasons behind the situation. There's always the backstories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So right now we're waiting on letters of intent from ETN.
ETN and Hayden Hansen have both had their ceremonies this morning.
Okay.
Letters are not officially in yet, but that's nothing to worry about.
Right.
ETN and Hayden Hansen both been locked in since they committed. ETN is actually a big part of the reason why Trevante Citizen is considering Florida so much. He's been recruiting them hard since the All-American Bowl in Texas. So.
What are you hearing? Me and you was talking about Trevante Citizen yesterday. 2 days ago, when we first brought him up, we were both thinking Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a trip to Florida on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I was out of it. I was like, bro, this kid's not coming. He came to us on hump day, on his way to Miami. So I thought probably Miami was a little ahead of us in that recruitment. I get word back that he had a great visit.
Mm-hmm.
That he was possibly going to cancel the trip to Miami, but he ended up making the trip to Miami and then had a great trip down in Miami. Had a good time. Who is he down to right now?
So he announced his Final Four, I think, yesterday or the day before. It is Auburn, LSU, Florida, Miami. To be honest with you, I think the Miami trip was just a kid taking a trip down to Coral Gables, having a good time. The biggest thing that stood out to me with him, he had initially had an official visit locked in with Florida, canceled the official visit, changed it to a Miami official, but still visited Florida on his own dime Wednesday and Thursday as an unofficial visit.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, on his own dime. So, but that was big, him making sure that he still got down to Florida, even though it wasn't an official.
Kids visiting on their own dime is a myth.
Let's talk about Perkins again. I believe people missed that a little bit. So what's the update on Perkins? And you said it's down to LSU in Florida.
So he's officially got it labeled as LSU, Florida, Texas A&M. Obviously, he was committed to Texas A&M.
That's what I want to ask. We didn't ask about Perkins. We was too focused on Shamar. But what do you got about Perkins to LSU? Not LSU. I say Sam. Did Jimbo kind of
they back in there?
You talking about A&M?
Yeah.
Or did Jimbo? Am I
they're a hat on the table.
I think Jimbo
that's it. Yeah, he washed his hands.
He pretty much washed his hands. So when I spoke to him just before he announced his commitment to A&M at Under Armour practices, he said, yes, it's always been my dream to commit at the Under Armour All-American game. So he was going to follow through with that commitment, even though he knew he might not stick with it.
Right.
He said, listen, I'm going to commit on the 2nd, but what happens between January and February, nobody knows. That's the quote straight from the kid's mouth.
Yeah.
So that pretty much told me it's a placeholder commitment. If A&M works hard to keep him, they've got a chance to keep him, but he's going to take his visits, and ultimately his final decision will be made on National Signing Day today, like it's going to be.
Okay, so I know we're
Shout
talking
out
about
to our
LSU
frat boys,
Florida.
man. All the frat boys is recruiting their ass off of Perkins, man. Shout out to the boys.
Come on, Dion.
So
Dion's not like the Mama Perkins ain't with the Dion shit.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
No, you don't.
don't think about it, man. Dion deal with the mamas, man.
Exactly.
He's definitely
Dion's still a good-looking black.
Bro, I was on y'all side, right?
No, you
I was on y'all
wasn't.
side.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I I was Dion and Perkins. That was my thing. I said, bro, Dion's involved in that.
Uh-huh.
But at this point, just watching how the mom move, bro, she's baby in this situation. She don't let her make a decision, but you can tell she's not playing. It's all business.
I thought you been on our side when we both got poached.
Even the uncle.
Oh, yeah, he definitely went on our side. With
No,
that.
he definitely wasn't on your side there.
No, not at all.
He was getting the jokes off. He was getting the jokes off.
Absolutely. But I think the uncles, even though people around him saying, nah, he's gonna play in the SEC on the big stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like people around him are saying things like that. And I think that mattered to a kid with a big ego like that playing on the big stage.
So what did Billy do with the mom though? I know the mom is kind of, I guess, honed in the floor a little bit versus LSU. What
she moving with him?
What's that?
She moving with him? They announced that yet?
Too?
I don't know, but
Yeah, so
Couldn't tell you about
I guess
that.
what was the recruiting picture? What kind of
I'm not making enough to take care of mom. I'm not even retired moms now, bro.
right?
The big bread in the Ville, bro.
Now, what was Billy's pitch to kind of the sell mom on the vision that he has built with Florida?
Aside from that. So he's Billy's been fantastic with the parents. Really, just anybody. Like you said, Jimbo is really good with parents. Deion's really good with parents. Billy's the same way, cut from the same cloth. He's going to tell you that he's going to take care of your kid no matter what.
Right.
Whether that be financially, whether that be making sure that you're taken care of while you're on campus. You can see the players that are on campus now.
It's night and day from
when Mullen was there.
I'm on the outside. Let you guys see that.
And you see it on social media. So talking to the kids in the program, they're having mandatory team breakfast every day. Or no, not every day, like 3-4 days a week. And they fix the parking situation, they fix the food situation. Kids would go in. He had meetings with all these kids. There's been answers to all the questions, and results pop out. So these were all grievances that the kids had under previous staffs, under Will Muschamp, under Jim McElwain, under Dan Mullen. And within a couple weeks of being there, Billy has fixed things that aren't huge deals, but to the kids, they're huge deals because he actually listened to them. And kids see that, parents see that. And then when you actually sit down and talk with Billy, he's just a real genuine dude. He's not gonna give you a load of crap. He's gonna tell you exactly how it is. I talked to a couple kids that went on visits that didn't get offers.
Right.
And they were like, listen, I understand the game. Billy laid it out very frank, and I appreciate him being real with me, but I've got to make the best decision for me. So there's a kid that visited this weekend. His name's Katie Hutchinson, wide receiver that they brought in on an official visit.
Kid electric. That's the
little 5'7"
little short dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the kid. That's the kid
from Georgia. Yes.
Right.
So he actually went on social media. All the Gator fans were like, man, we want you to come to Florida. We want you to come to Florida. They asked him if he got an offer. He said, no, I did not. He goes, I appreciate them being real with me. They have to do what's best for them, and I got to do what's best for me. So he's not going to give you this load of crap. Oh, yeah, you're coming to start right away. Or he's going to keep it real, but he's also going to make sure that you're taken care of. So that resonates, I think, more with the parents than it does with the kids itself.
Because
they peep
right.
game.
More knowledge involved with the parents.
Exactly.
Kids, you can sell them on a lot of stuff, but the parents see the real and stuff. So
exactly.
That's a good point.
No doubt. That's good right now, man. I seen Grambling had the thing where like all the athletes are getting paid NIL, like kind of like a little salary or something.
Miami.
Yeah, I think that's dope, man.
That's
Seeing
really
all the players getting taken care of. They've been neglected for a lot of years, man. So to see them getting all these resources and benefits, I think that's just empowering and very dope, dog. To be real,
it's $1 billion industry because of them.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
it's been long overdue that they've got their share.
right, exactly.
Long overdue.
But we got some more vibes to kick it right now. I think we're gonna take a little break. Next time we should pop back up, it's gonna be one of the former players. We got Lance Leggett in the building. Be sure to go check out Taste One. We're gonna kick some vibes. Ahmad, I think, on the way. Chris Rainey on the way. Kenny Shaw on the way. My man Brandon Hicks is on the way. Hey man, everybody shooting media today, covering the game. We shooting media today, covering the game, man. Shout out to my guys. You roll up the vibes, man.
My phone came from.
Yeah. Never mind. Jump back in. Oh, you got it. Yeah. It's up to you. You can hang. I'm just finna break up.
Great.
All right. You connect the AirPods, you should hear it.
I think, yeah.
You good?
I'm hearing this. Yeah.
You're gonna hear yourself because of that mic. You can't. there's no echo on the screen.
It's all good.
You hear yourself because of that mic.
All right, he's in. He's in.
It's all good. Hey, Manny, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you guys doing? Can't hear. I can hear you guys now again.
Blast, but yeah, I think we had a little glitch, but yeah, today probably going to be essentially fairly quiet for us, but I do think we can make a little noise. It'll be interesting to get Manny's just take on Mario's success or lack thereof at this point.
Y'all hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You wanted to talk about
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a few minutes there.
That's all
Kind of
good,
went away.
man.
We got super producer Harlan on the job, man. He gonna get it done. We gotta worry about too much.
So yeah, Manny, what was your take for success today be for Miami?
Well, I tweeted out yesterday. I kind of felt like if you can get Shamar Stewart somehow, that would be the gigantic sort of cherry on top. But otherwise, I think, you look at what Mario did in December, what he's probably going to do today, which is add a couple of offensive linemen and potentially a defensive tackle on Anthony Moten. If he does those things, then he did his job. He met all the needs for Miami. Getting Wesley Bissant, that linebacker, was big, finishing that recruitment last month. So I feel like they met all their needs with a small class. They didn't have a lot of scholarships, so you're kind of at that 85 scholarship limit. You're gonna have to run a couple guys off anyway. I think they're in good shape, to get through spring football, see what they got, and then if they want to hit the portal again, and address needs, they can do that.
See, that was my question I asked Larry on earlier. With the class being kind of small, do you foresee them being more aggressive in the quarter? But they said they kind of had the 85 limit, so they may just kind of be stuck with what they have.
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, they're at 84 based on my count when I went through the scholarship numbers a couple of days ago, and that's counting, the guys that are already committed and the transfers and whatnot, or the guys that signed in December. So whatever they add today is going to put them over 85, assuming it's 3 guys or 4 guys. So at some point, some of these dudes are going to have to be, told, hey, you got to go play football somewhere else. That said, I expect to change anyway. It always happens with a new head coach. It's always going to be, 10, 12, 14 guys who say, you know what, I see the writing on the wall. System's not for me. I'm not going to play here. I got to go somewhere else. So, I think they're going to be fine. Like I said, once they get through spring ball, and Mario's able to evaluate maybe some of those fringe players, whether or not they really need to be at Miami, I think he'll be able to put himself in a position where if he wants to add through the portal, there's going to be a lot of teams looking for help after the spring, just the way it is.
Yeah, I was just telling Larry, I'm just basically 2 cycles of it.
Yeah, so I fully expect that, they'll be looking again in the springtime, right before the summer and adding a guy or two at wherever they feel they got to get better at.
Yeah, I did kind of forget that with us. I think we got north of 50 freshmen just away because of COVID.
Right, the extra year.
Against you, so technically on paper they're freshmen. You mentioned Shamar a little bit earlier, and this is I'll be honest with you, it's one of the funnest recruitments that I followed in a little while because I feel like this thing's changing by the hour. If you got a crystal ball right now, where you placing it?
Well, I felt all along it would be Texas A&M just because I feel like he's had the best relationships there. They've made no bones about, reaching financial needs for these guys at Texas A&M, right? Lane Kiffin's been talking about that kind of stuff. And, look, I'm not just saying, follow the money and that's where all the best players are going to go. But, I mean, it's obvious that, Mario just –
where the best players going to go.
That's usually what's going to happen. And I would say this, it's not like Mario had a long relationship with him, right? Like that hurts when your new head coach comes in. And yes, he visited Miami a ton, but, getting a few minutes to talk on the phone yesterday with Kevin Steele or whatever and his people, like that, I don't know that that's going to be enough to sort of overcome whatever this kid feels about Texas A&M. And so to me, that's why I felt that way all along, having done this God, I'm getting old. 25 years now. I feel like, to have a kid switch and stay home, I didn't get the sense that grandma and family is like pushing them to stay home either. Like, I don't think there's a big, like, hey, you got to stay home type of deal. But, we'll see what
Right, time
happens.
pressure.
Maybe that changes at 1:30 and he decides to stay home. I don't know.
Now I know you just mentioned, a possible conversation with Kevin Steele last night. So going to Kevin Steele, how do you feel about that hire?
Well, look, the guy, yes, he didn't coach last year in college football, but he had 2 million reasons not to coach. I mean, he was getting paid by Tennessee and
Auburn.
Auburn to basically take the year off. He's 63 years old. He's been at this a long, long time. The one thing I'll say about him is, for Miami's purposes, he's an excellent linebacker coach and just getting guys better. Auburn, I just got off the phone with Auburn's beat writer from AL.com, Tom Green, and he was telling me about how bad Auburn's linebackers were when he took over for Will Muschamp in 2016. And he said by the time this dude was done at Auburn, that was their best position. They were churning out a bunch of really good players at linebacker, and Miami needs that. We know that's the weakness on this team. So if he can come in and fix that alone, I think he's a very good recruiter. He's always surrounded himself around good recruiters in his staff. It's just a matter of time. Like this dude's put up good numbers every place he's been. Has it always worked out great? No, but I thought the last 5 years at Auburn, what he did there was really, really good.
Yeah, to speak about linebackers, me being the FSU guy, I know all about, Steele and the linebackers he's produced with us and helped develop us along with recruit them also. So I agree. And he also had some good years at Clemson as a defensive coordinator, making them one of the top defenses in the ACC as well.
Yeah. I think as far as could Mario have gotten a younger guy or somebody who's more energetic? I think he tried. I think Mario went through this process. He talked to a lot of people, and not everybody told him yes. But
see, now we get into the meat of things.
But I will say, Mario did steal him from Maryland, and that in itself, for the University of Miami to do something like that, to steal a guy like Kevin Steele, who makes a boatload of money and is one of the best at his craft, that's what impressed me more than anything else. Like, this dude had an office. He already had a nameplate in his office. He was working there since Friday, and you just come in and stole him from a Big Ten school. That's an impressive feat for me. So I think this is, this guy's got to be top 5, top 10 at his position, and that's a win for Miami. That's a huge win for Miami.
Huge win. I like the language there. Yeah, I think it's. I was excited to see it when I woke up. I'm not one of these Canes fans that lose sleep about OCs, DCs, wide receiver coaches. However, the OC is still probably the biggest mystery. And I know you the man with your finger on the pulse. Come on and give us the name, man.
Listen, I said to you guys, he's interviewed a lot of people, and unfortunately, through this process, I think there are guys who just kind of get tired of waiting, right, to hear back from him or to be told, hey, we're gonna.
Mm-hmm. As far as the offer.
Yeah, as far as an offer, because you could talk money. I know he's talked money with a bunch of different guys, right? Like, hey, this is how much we think we could offer you. But that's different than actually being offered the job, right? Because when you go in for a job interview, how often do you discuss money? Hey, this is potential salary. That doesn't mean they call you back and say, hey, you got the job. I think Mario's had conversations with guys. Some of them have probably soured and said, hey, man, I'm happy with where I'm at, or I got the raise that I wanted to stay here. I don't want to have to move my family. And I also know at the same time, he was waiting on NFL guys. He was definitely pushing for Dorsey, even though that was a pipe dream in a lot of ways, because that dude was not going to come back to college. Not with what the job he did with the Bills and their quarterback, Josh Allen. So I think, look, he's trying to get the best coaches. Sometimes that process has to play itself out over a long period of time because you're waiting on the best. And when you're trying to get the best, they may turn around and tell you no. So you got to go to plan B and plan C. So I think Miami fans, it is weird, right? You don't go through a 2-month span without a coordinator put in place. It feels awkward, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to end up with a good coordinator. I think they did that with Kevin Steele, and I think they're going to do that with the OC job, whoever that ends up being, whether that's a Joe Brady, who decides, hey, I don't like the NFL jobs that are out there, or somebody else who's at another college program right now that says, hey, you know what, I do want to call plays. I do want to get a chance to call plays. I'm tired of just being the passing game coordinator or whatever it is.
Right.
So that'll work itself out here. And I was told, originally that these hires were probably going to be announced at the end of this week after signing day. I think they tried to push it up probably to get Shamar on the phone with their coordinator.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play the cards that you got. So I was pretty certain that was going in place when Shamar was still coming to visit. It only made sense at that point because there was nothing else to tell him if you couldn't tell him who the defensive coordinator was.
Yeah, I mean, I think you try to get that done just for him, in terms of the timing. But I think overall, like I said, he'd had conversations with a lot of guys. I think he talked to Kevin Steele probably at the very beginning and just sort of circled his way back to him late last week, and that's how they were able to get the deal done.
Well, you guys got anything else for me right now?
No. I'm good, man. We can wrap it up, man. Appreciate you for hanging out with us, Navarro.
Appreciate you guys inviting me on, and I know there's some Florida State fans that love me, so I just want to give them a shout out as well.
Give them that love back, man. That's why I love you, bro.
You're definitely one of the fan favorites within the fan base.
Already.
Thanks again, man.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Take care.
New roll up, new vibes, man. That was man Navarro. Yeah, 1 o'clock. Same link. We'll be back here with a former ball player hanging out a little bit. Check out I'm gonna have TJ resend the link out for the live cam on the other side, so you guys can check out the check-in hot takes cam. I need a fresh one, man. I need a fresh doobie. That shit was good.
15 minutes.
That's what we did.
Should be good. Change that video. The camera. Yeah, I think that's camera. TJ, can you flip that camera on? It's like a little switch on the top left. Is it on? There it goes. There you go. All right. I do this with Kenny and then roll into whatever. Text me if you need me. What's it called? Kenny. Right. All right, hey. I gotta run this meeting.
So that's a thing in the woods. Oh, somebody. Lloyd ball. Yeah, look like there's a snake on in the woods. You heard what I said? Well, I said he had a great visit. He did, yeah, he did. Now me, I just looked at it like, yeah. Martin did a good job. It's hard. I said, because he said, listen, LSU I was in Florida often. Yeah. That's gonna help a lot.
Next person that unplugs all my shit, ass whooping. All these on earlier are right, just like right.
Oh no, that one.
That one is like making
You need me to turn that down? Want me to dim it down?
yeah, like slightly.
Oh, we look crazy.
Y'all live right now? Y'all ain't
No,
we ain't lying.
side dim.
No, that's good.
Hey. Hey.
I think you're gonna get kidding.
Oh, CJ just left, so he probably was pee or something. Better than the joint gas station.
Kenny said he worked. Kenny said he worked.
Oh,
Rainy that too? Okay, that kicks some vibe.
Yeah, he outside now.
Let's get can they get a drink? Yeah, we need somebody to get them boys drinks and shit. Next time I'm gonna have women on deck to take care of these guys.
Right.
And they shouldn't be going to the bar getting no drinks, none of that. We should have had women catering to them. That shit, but it's all right. First one.
Yeah.
First one.
Trial and error.
Right. This shit turned out way better than I thought. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. This shit dope.
Y'all got y'all set up already.
Yeah. Just gonna catch up real quick, man. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Let me know when you do it.
So what?
Tweet out that if they got that team on.
How long you said this place been open?
We opened up March last year. I got it March last year. I didn't have it open.
You do like events like.
It's just been my private stuff, man. And the people I know, like I've been getting booked. Like, people book like their private parties and stuff like that.
I fuck with shit like this, duck dog.
Right.
Duck dog shit.
Yeah.
I'm throwing land up, but it just be out the way, man.
Yeah. That's what we trying to do. Like, stop the way, man. But we always try to like most of our events. It's always some creative art and stuff going around, but live and a lot of culture. Whenever you ready, Harlan. Oh, okay. Hold on. Use my phone.
Or you just tweet that right now.
I don't have the link.
Boy, Chris said, I saw you.
Oh, just say we going live?
Yeah, Ray was just outside. I don't know if you know. He was just outside.
I'm just gonna say we have Kenny Shaw. We're about to go live.
You want me to send you the text?
Yeah. Send me the link.
You want to go to the top there?
We gonna get.
I ain't seen that boy since we was up in Canada. I'm here for another 20 minutes. You want me? I can stay longer if you have something else that I need to shoot. Up to you.
Then we good, bro.
You're good?
Then we're good,
All
bro.
right, I'll take off in about 20. I'll just grab a couple shots of y'all and then
All right.
take off.
Appreciate it,
You
man.
might be talking, but I'll send you the invoice and we'll chat later.
All right, man. I got you. I'll get over to TJ. We'll take care of this evening.
Appreciate it.
All right. That's it?
You got it, Corey?
All right.
That boy was just outside. Could have grabbed him.
So,
What's up?
you got it?
Yeah, I got it. TJ sent it?
I sent it to you from his computer.
yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
I know he was literally just outside.
What's the coupon code?
I'll be right back.
Oh,
NSD25?
yeah, it is. It's fine.
No, I should not be doing this right now.
Hold on, brother. Coming back.
I know, bro. Oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's tweeted.
Yeah.
And then just one, like, obviously, we're not looking into it.
Should be awkward too. A little bit.
Nah,
but
sometimes they give you that.
At casual.
Off guard. What did I say? Off guard.
I knew you wanted to be a Seminole.
I'm kicking different shit around here, bro. This is it. All right. That's that shit. Shit. How you feeling, man? That animal beating your ass over there, boy.
Nah,
It's working.
good.
Yeah.
It ain't whooping me. It's just like, all right, better than I
Y'all
expected.
sent the tweet out? I just sent it. Yeah, retweet it from my personal.
Oh, yeah. So the rollover count.
Yeah. You whoop your ass.
So we're gonna get it going, man. I ain't finna get too fucked in the week. So we go, where my man at? We might well do the production now too. Party, bro. Hey, get the
Reggie too.
get the run.
Nas, people say he was I guess he was a team ass whooping.
Reggie always been crazy. That's why it like it ain't nothing really new.
Yeah. He just put it to good use, right?
And that's how it works. Like, college, these chicks got good now because they get paid and NIL. Now you got to take what, because if we got paid during that time, we'd have been millionaires.
Right. Oh, especially you was a marketing genius with that
So
shit.
it's like, now you got to trickle it into adulthood. And that's what a lot of us starting to do. Some still put out their weight. You know what I mean? It's life, but
I put that hustle in different areas.
But now it's like, man, this shit, sky's the limit with what we got.
Yeah. It's all the mindset, dog. You just put that same mindset you have on football, go get whatever you surprise whatever you right. Yeah, I think Freddie Stevenson has said, man, he had on the team. He knew about it on the team.
Hanging out with y'all, yeah?
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Take
it.
care, man.
About just him knowing about Reggie, like y'all your teammates knowing how and Reggie definitely can fight and stuff like that. And all right. Yeah.
You gotta be crazy and shit like that.
Yeah, got you, definitely. I think he could really make it big in that though. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, Northside Jacksonville. Yeah, what's up?
You had to get the tweet out, and I don't know where to go.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Hey, I just got here.
Oh, you got a Florida State shirt on. So, yeah. That's why you look at me like that.
What? Hey, Rain, you think y'all would have got us?
Huh?
You think y'all would have got us?
Win.
You got to win.
Come on, y'all here first, y'all here? No comment. No comment.
A blowout? A blowout? At least answer that. A blowout?
That was a comment. If we talk about it.
So I'm talking about.
He said, they year versus our year. Who the guy?
Oh yeah, we gotta have that conversation, man. 13, right? We gotta have that conversation. 08 versus 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At 13, I
I ain't gonna say a blowout. I ain't gonna say a blowout.
Yeah, what Lance said.
He'll come in.
I said that's
Are we ready, bro? Yeah, we'll bring Randy in and kick it. Oh no, we waiting on my guy. I'm sorry, tripping. Yeah, he's gonna come in. We'll kick it off.
But y'all individually.
And we start kicking it. We just have just Randy on the set.
Right. Just going to tweet out there.
Yeah, yo, Randy on set now as well. We'll kick some vibes, man. Yeah. We ain't trying to be too structured, you know. Like,
I can't be like that. Too short. I'm like,
yeah.
But sometimes you need it though.
Right. It gotta be organized.
But that's why I be
chaos a little bit. Yeah.
That's why they can do that. I just like freestyle.
Yeah.
That stuff tedious. I can't get it. I was trying to learn it as I do this. Wait, it's too tedious for me. Things are machines, bro.
What's the next major announcement? As far as we concerned.
This one, Harold Perkins at 215.
Oh, okay.
You know, got me a couple times now. Right.
Bills hired Joe Brady as their quarterback coach.
Bills did. Okay.
Somebody touches it.
Oh, so don't touch the that's what it was. I touched the mic. When I moved the mic over. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, yeah, they told me to pull it over the table.
Gotcha. All right. Move over here to him. Ready to go?
We'll do real quick on the Trevante commitment.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to the kick.
Let's see, Friday. Craig.
Right. he started brushing this shit off like that's gonna change.
How about now?
Motherfucker was out of there. They say, how about now?
How about now?
Like something's gonna change.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
You good? You good? Oh, okay.
Oh, he set up his.
Yeah.
Target.
Got some edibles too, man, bro. Oh,
I'm about that.
right, they got plenty.
Hey, good thing you don't play with them.
Yeah, they don't.
We almost had to.
Well, they'll hit you. They keep
We almost had to do an emergency stop after the championship game.
for real.
A couple of them.
No,
Mid-air from Cali.
no, freaking on edibles, huh? That's
But
crazy.
you know they
Right
tell
out
you,
there.
they tell you to
Yeah, we
do.
played over at the Rose Bowl.
They tell you to do a certain amount,
Yeah.
and when you double that amount, even if it just, they tell you to do one.
It's good content. We talk about this on the show. We can talk about that.
Nah, hey, that but
Had to ask, bro.
no, but G shit, like we almost had to do an emergency stop, like damn near like
Yeah.
somewhere on the West Coast.
No, what was Jimbo's reaction to that shit?
Man,
Jimbo was pissed off.
you want pissed? I mean, he fresh off a championship.
So you're right. Yeah.
But the goddamn trainers were like,
Oh, they were
he was
pissed off.
freaking
They was
out.
feeling like
He was
they know what to
freaking
do.
us out. We was like, man,
He was making it worse.
All right.
he was sweating.
I ain't moving.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You want to literally watch it?
That was a long ride too. That was a long flight.
He's like, he's telling me to watch it. I'm like, oh, I ain't moved at all.
But that was a dope feeling, though, boy. Yeah, you stuck, boy. Yeah, you stuck.
You're the good. Hey, you're at your level.
Oh, yeah, I'm straight. We ain't live yet. Watch how I say it. It'd be like when the police roll up. So you had anything to drink though, sir? Where you coming from? Just getting off the job. Trying to get on to the house, man. Realized I probably swerved back there. It's a little tired. What say? Hold tight.
Right.
I'm gonna say, fuck, I'm going to jail.
Wait right here.
We'll give you the double tap, hold tight.
Right.
Come on.
Right. Just wait.
Getting ready to go to jail. Hold tight for the fun. Yeah. I was about to say, man, come on, chill out, dog. I told him I ain't moving. Make sure the shit don't get kicked out of me. Too stuck, man. Unnecessarily.
Oh, I didn't got here yet.
It will be in like 15 for Rain said.
That's my goddamn makeup.
Your makeup artist.
Yeah.
Black had a meeting too. You gotta do so much of
Trying to find help, bro. You know about makeup artist, bro.
Glowing.
That light right there.
Go buy his peanuts, man.
I ain't it was dark.
Taking their time. That's when they got here. Chill. So I got my mean friend.
Oh, you on 9, right? 10. You know, I'm on 8, but I'm on the prep school after high school. There was a couple Dr. Phillips cat. Man, you know, there was a corner, a short black corner with dread named Black.
Yeah.
Y'all know Black Scoop, safety.
Yeah.
Scoop. Y'all had it. Yeah. That boy that was wild, man. Yeah.
That boy's still wild.
For real?
Man, he's somewhere around here.
Yeah.
He stay like near Canada.
Y'all had a fullback line, a running back going to Arkansas.
Shooter.
Yeah, Shooter.
Yeah. That year they had 21 D1
scholarship.
But only like about 3 went.
Yeah, great.
But that's crazy.
You gotta get y'all
they got easy now.
It is.
All the technology, they got science for them.
It's laid to you. It's laid out for you.
But I can't even get too
no, you can have all the time in the world.
Nah, they don't play now. You got it. Unless you got real deal that dude.
Yeah.
But then they can't get
right. Still got to do it. So now we work on the school. The other boys up there, Charlotte, North Carolina, we don't play school. That boy, school was wild.
School is wild. No, but school brother was wild.
Yeah. Older brother?
Older brother. Played on the same team, but he was actually better. His dad was, he used to stay written.
Yeah.
So it was like, he'll fight with his brother. I'm talking about his hands were illegal.
Yeah, like that. Small world.
So you went to school in the north.
Yeah.
Who else went there?
Shoot, at that point, I knew from Orlando area. It was just we had to get white from Edge. He was big. I didn't think his name.
Mic check.
Yo.
Check. Bro, Edwards got you bugged over.
Yeah, don't take no more than that.
After? I thought like
Soak it up.
Right.
Man, the edible moving his ass over here.
Oh boy.
You gotta look at it from my perspective, right? Somehow what are you talking about? Oh, I know.
Oh, this is live right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. That's
Oh,
crazy.
thanks, great.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. I'm glad this is live. You know, you're stuck as shit.
Y'all, bro.
You guys have an Instagram?
Yeah.
What's it at? What's it called? Big Roller?
Yeah, Big P Roller. I don't think we doing anything with Instagram right now, are we? I don't think we doing
I
it.
can't hear what y'all saying. You said they know this is live. And I just
Oh, yeah, never mind. We'll talk later, but I don't think we're doing anything live on IG right now. We're doing updates. We're gonna kick it in a little bit, man. We're vibing. Live stream is going, but we got what's up? Good? You mean I'm good? Okay, the live stream is going. We're just waiting on the video production crew to get everything because we're also filming it. So give us just a minute and we'll get it going. Appreciate y'all patience.
Hey, they ain't know. I know it's live.
Nah, man, not at all. I'm glad I ain't saying nothing crazy.
Right.
I'm trying to think about what I was talking about over here.
Trying to figure out what I want to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Hey, Larry, we funny, man.
It's hilarious.
Boy,
And then they'll be kicking your ass to make it even funny.
Oh, boy, look, don't forget this.
What's this name, man?
How many did you have? You had the whole pack?
Yeah.
So about 3 of them?
Yeah.
Right. Good. Sound straight.
How we sound?
You hear me? Oh.
Oh, these might work.
I'm gonna let y'all talk this time. Y'all say y'all own shit. I'm gonna do my thing, get out of the way. Say keep it with my guys. Who wants to go next after that? I'm gonna do it. So what? I'm gonna do my little spiel in the beginning. We're gonna mix it up different this time. We've been slowly cultivating this intro. Unfortunately. You're hot, bro. I get it.
One of those moments where it's funny if you think about it.
Hey, Eve. Miss you.
I'm also present in the house.
And that's what's most important.
Super present.
Straight ice in it.
Ice.
Straight ice.
You need a drink? You need a drink? Eat. Get somebody get Kenny a drink. What you want, man? Which one? Tito cranberry. Tito cranberry. Hey, Harlan. Give me a Jameson ginger. Thank you. You might well get straight, bro.
Right. Hey, hold on, one more, bro. One more, last one. Jack and Coke. Definitely enough for him. Nothing enough for him.
No, don't do it.
Jack and Coke.
I need to take one more, bro. I need to get on your level, dog. Which one, bro? Which one? Jameson ginger, bro. Jameson ginger.
I just can read.
Whiskey ginger. Whiskey ginger. Ginger ale.
Not the ginger you gonna get.
What is Harlan, like 12, bro? I gotta break this. How far I gotta break this right now, dog?
Ginger
We'll
ale.
have to go. Like goddamn week.
Yeah, right. Nah, bro, you got. I mean, we just talked about this. Next time we're gonna have people to cater for us, man.
I can't say nothing now. Keep going around getting drinks. Everybody like, oh, hold on.
I mean,
So that alone made me laugh.
you gotta keep the vibrations going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but ain't with the
Hey, see the ice? They ain't clear, bro. They ain't clear. Keep the vibrations going, dog. You can't just be.
Y'all had to talk.
Right. Nah,
It'd be like that. Like you gotta have them uncomfortable talks.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You gotta make
for the
it.
best of it.
Yeah.
Best of the bit.
Right.
I'm good. Waiting on somebody?
We're just gonna wait on these drinks, then we good.
Go back.
They had the right girl to walk through and give us a drink, but we ain't got the right women, so that they already the same.
Did they start? Tito's and cranberry, Jameson, whiskey, what was yours?
Jameson and whiskey.
Jameson and ginger.
Yeah, Jameson and ginger.
Yeah.
Crown and Coke. I'm not Crown. Jack and Coke. I'm bad. Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have somebody just do this type of stuff next time.
Yeah.
It's our first one, Kenny. I've done some other ones, but this is my first one, like in this fashion.
Like different type of topics and shit like that.
Yeah.
Also, just like for the coaches, so to speak, the fellas.
I got you.
Right.
So I see this one. So they got 2 national soccer teams.
Yeah, they do too.
Man, they just lucky. Hey, they
Exposure,
just
man.
Yeah.
This
Options, exposure.
It's way different from 11 years ago, bro. More opportunities now. A lot more.
So that's today though.
Yeah.
Okay.
This the one you saw,
Was
the original
traditional,
one.
I'm about to say,
It's the
I ain't
traditional.
gonna lie, you be seeing shit online because you know, when you in sports so much, you don't watch much sports.
Yeah.
All the time.
Right.
Twitter is the funniest.
No, that's
Oh, yeah, Twitter's
Twitter is
gold,
the
bro.
funniest place. Like just everybody, different teams going back and forth.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't know
it's-
what's going on with Miami right now, but
Oh, that's been.
good.
But that's the thing about it. Everybody have they valleys and peaks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun.
Then you get
Some people
Florida
take it
State.
too personal, but I just think it's fun, bro.
Now you gonna have some of them people real. They'll die for the university.
Oh, yeah,
type shit.
definitely.
Good, mic check.
Hands up before y'all go. I don't have no recording.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I got you. Don't need drinks here. We good. I just need something on the table. Should ask for a water bottle or something. Wholesome.
It's something we kind of trying to do, like, basically in general, get like, our former players on to kick it. Let's talk about the journey, whatnot, what you currently got going on.
Y'all do this every so often.
Yeah, we trying to do
We're
it
trying
like
to basically what we can.
twice a month, 3 times a month. Like we trying to get them rolling. As much as we can book, we trying to
That's a
shoot.
nice little
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah, thanks, man. We'll keep you in the loop what we got going on, but we try to get. I know I'm lining up with Damian Barrett. He does. He got a marijuana farm out there in North Cali.
Oh, Damian Beard, running back?
Yeah.
Okay, from that, right?
Right. So we gonna fly out there, shoot something out there, and then fly him back here, do a little event, something like this with just him kicking. He can tell that the average person don't know he working in the industry like that. He got a whole farm out there. Like, I mean,
That's great. Hey, he been on it.
Right.
Shit like that. I mean, you been on it.
Right. That's big time.
But that's what made the football world so small. You got a teammate in everything. Like, like, probably, I know. You got 3 of them out in LA with farm type shit.
Right.
Like, you got doctors. You got all types of stuff.
Like, once you in that fraternity,
Now, football world small.
yeah.
Like music in here too.
yeah, man, we done had like little small shows, bro. We've done a little bit of everything. Fashion shows. My birthday party, I had like a stage in here, band. Just did a few things in here, man. Just not getting comfortable. Before it was like trying to put it together and throw things kind of at the same time. But
Yeah.
we just not getting settled in. Appreciate y'all boys, man. It's Black History Month, man. Bring us, appreciate it. See, they said, I go, thanks, bro.
You said it, bro. We good.
Good. How's that? My name's Jameson. It's like that volleyball shit. Yeah.
That's quite the end.
You ready? We good? How about the background noise? How about the background noise? We good? Until we turn the quiet down a little bit, it'll be fine.
Good.
Good? All right, cool. 3, 2, 1. New roll up, new vibes. I'm Silk. I'm kicking it with my guys.
Yeah, CJ right here.
Boy, man, you represent. What's going on?
Got my man Kenny Shaw.
FSU legend.
FSU legend. We kicking it on the couch. We're gonna kick it with Kenny in a little bit, but we gotta update the people on Trevante Citizen. He was down. We just spoke to you about him earlier. He was down at the University of Florida in Miami. Ended up choosing Miami. Larry, I know you kind of stuck, man, but come on, we gotta get
Nah,
you good.
I'll let you finish the sentence, brother. Yeah, it came as a shock to me. when we spoke right before, I thought it definitely was going to come down to just an SEC school. So,
Right.
And all the latest intel that I've heard up until this morning was it wasn't going to be us. So, I know the division went well, but that's still a strong testament to coming in real late in the game.
Right.
It's a big win for Mario today.
Yeah, it's a good win.
No, that's what Sunday is all about, though, right? These ceremonies, these big surprises, these shockers. You missing that lately with Sunday.
Right.
And for Miami to come in and kind of steal the show right now, that's a shocker for sure. So that's good for you, what Mario got going on.
We speaking about. We were just talking about this earlier. We didn't have the 2 signing days when you was coming out. Now you got the 2 signing days. What do you think about that?
Hey, these kids got the whole grand scheme of things. When you look at it, they got the world in. They just got to utilize it. 2 signing days. I mean, I was just talking to CJ about it. They got to get the grades up. They can't make the requirements in the first one. They got to make it in the second one. So really no excuses. That's why I like to be straight shooter with the youth, because if you don't tell them now, they ain't gonna hear it later. Right. So 2 signing days. Shoot, I'm out the loop with it. I just found out probably a couple months ago that they're doing it like this, but I think that it's needed because sometimes the kid can meet the requirements right away, and I think it's good.
Right. Welcome to the Kush House, man. It's your first time here. You are Orlando born and raised?
Born and raised, yeah.
Born and raised, man.
It's crazy when I hear born and raised, like, damn, I've been so many places, but this is my city at the end of the day. Like I said, just coming over here, it's a duck off spot. I don't think I ever been over this way, but I appreciate y'all having me, though.
Hey, man, thanks for hanging out, man. The pleasure's all ours, man. So I'm gonna let CJ the Florida State guy. I'm gonna let CJ lead the way with this and keep the vibes on, man. I got
CJ.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I can get into my talk. I got a lot of
fans.
things, but he gonna have the angle,
But yeah, man, let's you talk about something. Let's kick it back to your recruitment, Kenny. So let's go through that whole process. Going through your recruitment was a 4-star, if I'm not mistaken, went to Dr. Phillips. At that point in time, DP was the school in Orlando, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was a couple of others, but DP was definitely on time at the time.
Gotcha. So what schools were you looking at throughout how was your recruiting process? Just give us a glimpse of what visits you took, what coaches stood out.
Shoot, it started off, I was telling the kid the other day, they got a lot of 7-on-7 and stuff like that going. It's changing the game now because it's not the same. These 7-on-7s, a lot of them are, I like to say, little preschool routes. They're not really technique-wise with it. It's a clout chasing almost. A lot of it. And, but back in the day, we had our high school team will actually travel to colleges and we do our plays, we get our chemistry going. So it transitioned to the season well. So when it came down to it, it was 10th grade summer. I told my mom early off, probably 7th, 8th grade, I said, hey, I don't look into colleges, I'm gonna get us a scholarship. So 10th grade summer, we had a 7-on-7 at USF, and they gave me an offer. And I just remember at the time, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna take this damn offer. Like, this D1, like, she said, boy, shut the hell up. That's her word.
Yeah.
That's the type of woman she is. And she said, it'll keep coming. You be a good individual. You just trust the process. And, I always hold my words, even to this day. Just trust the process, even when it gets a little dark sometimes. So that recruitment process, man, I ain't gonna name the coaches, but I don't have, a blue. I named one color. They was blue. And
they offered you an NIL deal?
No, it was blue, but they told Mama Shaw I'm gonna be here until about 2023. And at the time, it was the head coach and receiver coach. And the receiver coach at the time was like, hey, Kenny, this coach said I'm breaking up. I'm going to LSU. Offer there if you want it. Right. And I always respected him.
It's not Billy Gonzalez.
I always respected Billy. I always respected Billy. And,
let it get real quick.
Yeah.
And,
you gotta leave.
You don't know
because you were for the lead at one point, though, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But I also grew up with Hurricane fans, but not many people know that. But things change in the recruiting process. You gotta look for gonna benefit you instead of what your homeboys or what the city wants you to do.
Right.
The city of Orlando, Florida, heavy at the time. You know
That's
you
what
see a lot,
Florida's on top.
and you see a lot of kids. They jump ship with what's popular. And
Right.
at the time, you know, you got everybody coming left part. You got USC, Tennessee, and I always been silent. Never shoot commit from junior year on. I never told nobody, but I was silent commit. So it was like I did what Mama Shaw said again: take a visit, see the world, see the campuses. Man.
Right.
You know, I did that. I went to see Terrell Pryor play. Cold as shit. I knew I wasn't going from there. You know,
That's no
I
different.
went to USC. I went to Tennessee. Took a visit to Florida. And, you know, it was just like.
Which one of those your favorite visits? Not Florida State.
Besides Florida State, I would say Ohio State, man. They were playing Michigan at the time. That atmosphere is crazy. Like I said, take out the weather and all that. They got it. And
it's good culture, football culture up there.
But like I said, the recruitment came down to like. I've always been a people watcher. Like I watch. I have a conversation with a person, but I actually listen to all their words and take it in, and see what I'm feeling off it.
Right.
Coach Lawrence Dawson, man, my receiver coach. Dude struck me from the jump with just keep it real. Me like, hey, you come in here, you're gonna be 56 on the depth chart, and I needed to hear that. So most of these kids hear stuff like that, they run.
Right.
And that's what's changing the game now. Transfer portal stuff. These kids ain't honest with themselves. So you know, at the time I said, man, hey, this dude keeping it real with me. Like I trust it. The whole coaching staff, they came to DP, all of them at the time. First I was like, it was 10 of them. All came. It was just love. And like I said, junior year on, I knew where I was going. So the recruitment process was. It was neutral. I was still showing love, you know.
Right.
But it was what it was. You know?
So what I guess at that point in time, you know, Florida was the hot team, fresh off the national championship. Tebow, Percy, you know, this, that, and other. Jimbo, at that point in time, he was in out the mud, kind of trying to build up to what Florida was at that point in time. What message did Jimbo and Dawson tell you? Say, hey, you know, I know Florida's the hot team, you know, Florida's the end team right now, but we got something special going on at Florida State, and we want you to be a part of it. What was that message like, hearing it from Jimbo? I know people within Florida State, like in Twitter and stuff like that, we call it brown jacket Jimbo. Let me put that brown jacket on the clothes on something, he get the job done. So what was that message like to you?
The message was, besides the coaches, man, we had a damn hidden coach on Facebook at the time. Because we had Instagram and all that shit, but we had a hidden coach. Marcus Joyner, Christian Jones, we was all like, we gonna do this shit. You know, Jeff Love, we was all in the little hidden group, like, we gonna go be the first class. It kind of changed the ship. And at the time, it was, like you say, it was Florida heavy, but we kind of knew that we wanted to start our own little era. You know, even the Valdosta boys, you know, Telvin Smith, we was on ship just from the jump, and like I tell the crew, just enjoy the process. Like wherever you end up, that's how the story's gonna be written regardless. You know what I mean?
You spoke about running routes. It's well known that you're one of the best route runners at FSU. Size-wise, you know, you're small in stature, but you know how to run routes, you know how to get open. So, and you played pretty much day one at FSU. So, what do you think separated you as far as your routes versus the rest going to FSU? I think that really got you in the field early. Is you understanding how to play the actual position of receiver early on?
Sure, as y'all see, I'm gonna keep trickling back to Mama Shaw. She held the fort down a lot. Not many men know if you got a strong woman raising you, you can do a lot of shit.
In every aspect of life.
Yeah, so every aspect, like you say, but when it got down to the size and all that, you know, my mama on my team, nobody can beat me. And I tell everybody, I think everybody should realize what their strength and weakness is. I knew my weakness was undersized, all this, what the message board saying, like, but
you just read the message board?
Man, hey, I ain't gonna lie. we got up to tally 2010 class, Terrence Brooks, all of us. We got a password to the rivals chat board. Man, that shit hurt our feelings. They was on that shit talking about Kenny ain't gonna play till junior year, if that. This guy ain't gonna do this. This guy ain't gonna do that. And it's like,
Bunch of mailmen with a bunch
yeah,
of
I
tape,
always
right?
been the guy. Yeah, I always been the guy that works off vengeance. Like, you know, I see it. You know, sometimes these athletes can lie to you, but they see that shit too. So you can see it, but how you gonna respond to it? And I always, you know, I always been like a silent sniper. I'll say, like, I ain't gonna say too much, but you just give it. I'm gonna give it to you when I do.
Who was your guy when you played ball? Like, who's your receiver? Who you real like your favorite guy?
I mean, obviously Randy Moss was
That's
the thing,
everybody,
but
right? In that era,
I think what helped with me was playing with the older jits, and you know, people don't know what jits is. Florida term. That's jits can be anything. So
educated, right?
Hey, but I'm playing with the older guys, and they toughen me up in the sense where it's like, you know, you gonna get hit, you gonna do this, but find your strengths. And I always knew my strengths was route running and just being smart. I'm gonna outsmart you in that route game. I'm gonna read your leverage. I'm gonna pick you apart before you even know what's coming, and not even look at you. Huh? Yeah.
Who caused you the most friction in practice? What DB?
Oh man, Lamarcus Joyner. And I'm saying that over Jalen Ramsey, Terrence Brooks, Xavier Rhodes, Lamarcus Joyner. That little, and he was another one. He was 5-star, but he's a dog as advertised. Like I'm talking 5'9". Fucker, that little fucker beats 380. You know, like. But he'll give you a 4-3, and he was smart. But I also,
he was fearless too.
He was the first person that I seen playing for the Y in our class. Like we all had our Y. Everybody got a Y for why they do shit. But he was the first guy that I was like, I feel his Y. Like he had a child early on, and now that I'm 11 weeks into fatherhood.
Right.
And just appreciate and seeing him coming in as a freshman with a child, man, hey, that boy gave it all he got. That I think that was what iron really sharp as iron, because we had our battles in practice, and if I can get open on him, the world gonna get it. And that's what kind of you see in our team. It was a lot of iron on iron, both sides. And I was talking to Chris Rainey. I said, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know who the one that we would have head to head, but
boy, y'all was homey though, man. That 13 team, y'all. I think that class in general, like you said, y'all younger guys, y'all just different. Man. Y'all really wanted that. And let's talk about Rashard Green, KB, and you. Now, I think trio wise, I want to say Ike, Riedel, and Jacquez being probably the best in Big 3 history. But I think you guys are literally right there on the boys behind, and y'all really got an argument for it. I think just for the era, don't get ridiculous. Just for the era, I give it to you. We'll talk about that too that you guys said.
Yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes, you know, sometimes you see the analysts and all this, like who the best is, who the best that. At the end of the day, you can see when the guy did it, he did his shit. So that's why, hey, if I see a guy out, he can be Florida, Hurricanes, whatever. Hey, I'm dabbing him up because in respect, he sweated and bled just like I did. But that trio, man, that shit started really like in the springtime when coaches not really allowed to be hands-on because they can't coach. They got to coach them from the box.
Right.
But man, we was doing our shit on our own. You ain't got to text us to be here. Even our team GPA was up, so it was like, let's get going. And then James, once we saw his potential, we was like, hey, let's get some more timing of things. And each guy, even though me and Rashad kind of same side, each three of us got something different. Then you throw O'Leary, that's a bad white boy. Hey,
5'6", bro.
Their hands out there.
That's my boy. Hey, that's my boy. Hey, but we all brought something different. And you look back on it, regardless of what analysts say or whatever, that year you're gonna respect the trio.
That's real. So, and you said you guys had a different focus. Team GPA up, workouts on your own, coaches, whatever. They weren't really involved. You guys just had it or whatever. So what
what was the difference? What made y'all say, okay, this got to be it. Let's change whatever so we can get to that national championship and get over that hump? Because the year prior we dropped the game to NC State, lost to Florida, then won Orange. But what really changed y'all? Say, we got national championship level talent. This is what it takes to win the national championship.
Yeah, we saw potential, man. You see, each year we beat a good South Carolina team in the Chick-fil-A Bowl with Lattimore and Alshon Jeffrey. Second year, we beat a good-ass Notre Dame team in Orlando. Third year, we dropped the ball. We supposed to get another ring. If you look, we 2 plays away from going to the championship game, but we get the Orange Bowl. So you go to a BCS game, and BCS at the time was like, so you one step away from the natty. So it's like, man, you go to college to get that. And I don't know what these kids nowadays, what the focus is with all this going on. But at the time, it was like, man, we one step away from the big game. Why can't we get it? And at the time, too, we shut down social media, it was a good move because, like I said, you don't see everything. After the NC State game, man, I've never seen so many.
You know how fast it gets.
Man, I've never seen that shit so worse. But
I had a lot of drama around that team. Like even with Jameis and all the stuff he had going on. What was the vibes like with all that, man?
The vibe was still love because that's our brother at the end. Like we all go through life. We all go through at the time shit. We struggled to pay rent in college, man. We was college athletes. Bring your ass on.
Oh man.
Hey, we college athletes, but you can attest to this. We college athletes at the time, but when college football, if we get out of practice and all that, we still going through life too. You know what I mean? We still going through with our chicks. We still hanging out. We doing all that shit. And when we got a player getting some trouble, we ain't gonna give up on him because shit, the world already don't get it on social media.
Right.
His family don't already kind of gave up on him because you know how family is. Sometimes you get to a level and you mess it up. They probably worse than the strangers. And, but that's what made the football world such a frat. Because
the brotherhood.
They don't rock you up out of some dark times.
Rainey, what it do, man? Chris Rainey, man. Rainey, man, the legend. Bro, you got some contagious energy, man. I love it when you're around, dog.
Oh, that's everywhere, man. I was born like that, man. From the family. That's all it is.
It may be like every time.
Chris Ray, what was your signing day like? We had national signing day. We kicking it here at the Kush house. What was your signing day like?
Everybody was after, man. You
was already in.
But I signed my sophomore year. I already knew I was going. I ain't like these kids be like, with hat on pit and all that kind of. I don't know why they do that, John. That shit ain't funny. But
it depends on who got the gun,
But hey,
it was funny for me a little bit earlier.
Nowadays they making money, so I guess you do what you do to make money. So, but my time, I already knew I was going, and I was just ready to go. But I just had some other guys to come with me. So that was the only difference.
Speak about the other guys. Let's talk about that Lakeland team. So that's probably one of the best teams in Florida history. Just sheer paper, what you guys did at state championships. The shit speaks for itself. So let's talk about having all that talent on the high school level and just going through the process of playing in that class against St. Thomas and Major. Let's talk about that whole situation and having all that
first of all,
talent.
that's Lakeland about Polk County. Polk County produce all kind of athletes in every city in Polk County. So and we just always competed from when we were young. Like when we were young, we go to the high school, but we ain't watching the game. We playing football back in the end zone behind the bleachers where nobody don't know anything. They don't even do that. Like the little kid nowadays, that's what they doing now. But the teenagers, they skip that part. So that's why they different now. But going back to that, we just been competing we've been competing all our lives and all that stuff. So when we got to that point, it was just time to because everybody have a different mindset and. If you tough, you tough. You ain't.
What was that? What like both of y'all, man? So coming I played ball. I wasn't Harold no big time recruit. It was like trying to get the offer. I would have to get UMass off. That shit was big. You guys were like superstars, man. Especially his Rainey, bro. You everywhere on YouTube. Kenny was highly the whole country wanted to go to Ohio State. What was that like?
Well, see, my mind was different. I ain't look at none of that stuff.
You was out there by yourself.
Like, Kendrick Stewart, he went to Florida State.
Right.
He was above me. I was just watching their movie on Bacon, and he was getting all these letters in his box.
No, forget the letters. The girls.
No.
Give me like the girls, the city. Give me love. Give me the city, baby.
Build up to going. This part to build up to it.
Nah, man, get out of the recruit. I'm talking about like, yeah.
He wanted raw.
Go ahead. Yeah, I know, like you was committed before.
Okay, Pop Warner. I'm scoring like 35 a game and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, 8th grade, Lawton Childs Academy.
In Tallahassee?
No, in Lakeland.
Oh, Lawton, okay.
So this is the first time I met
Academy, my bad.
Bill Council. So he came and checked us out, talked to us, showed some video on TV and all that kind of stuff. And then we ended up going to Lakeland. And he said, I want you to go to varsity. I said, varsity? I want to play JV because I already know what I can do. He said, hell no. I mean, that's easy. That's why I wanted to stay on JV. So, and I ended up playing a lot. I was the second string running back, playing punt return, kick return, start, all that stuff. And then the following year after that, I ended up becoming the starting running back, even though the running back in front of me was Jamal Taylor, big as hell.
Right.
But they put him in fullback after the other bit fullback left.
They seen the goddamn vision. That's what it was. They seen the vision. Right.
Yeah, but he ended up putting me at starting running back, and I told myself, first of all, I want to beat all my brother records and all the talent that was here. I'm trying to, because they always trying to compare everybody in Polk County and this and that. So how can I separate myself from all these people?
Right.
You got to get a ring. You have to get a ring. How many rings you got to get to be separated? Because it's a couple of them got a ring, but how many rings?
That's real. So, crazy.
You think legacy way back then?
That's crazy. Like even in Tallahassee, we had them city debates. Or who better? Well, shit, he won 2 state championships.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
It's definitely. So we ended up winning 3. So I already knew what I was going. I had a couple guys that were top recruits on the team. So I was like, I was like, no, because all of them were going to Florida State. Actually, Mom, Power Twins.
Oh man, don't even remind me, man. Come on, I don't need
all the boys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wiggins. Them all that's homeboy, all that junk.
My man Randy took all of it, man.
But I think it's a story about
no. I set up a meeting.
I'm telling you.
We all talked and this and that. I said, man, we brothers.
You the reason why.
If we stay together, we got a chance to win it in college.
Oh man, we got to get you off the show now.
They end up all signing, and John Brown was the last one because he was the big top name.
Yeah.
And then we all went there, and then the rest is history.
So back to like the energy around it, man. You big dog on campus. Was a lot of big dogs on that campus. Man.
I've been on campus before I even got to college. Because I used to, after every high school game Friday, I go take a shower and go straight to Gainesville. That's how I became homeboy with all the basketball guys, gym coach, know all the boys.
Right.
Before our time and all that stuff.
He was
go to the game and
I was a
everything.
goddamn late bloomer, so when it came down to all that, it was like, I was just like one of them like naive, like damn, they got me ranked like this, but I'm acting like this. Right. It was a little bit because I kind of seen like it was a couple hidden. They weren't 4-star online, but it was 4-star in the hood. But they ain't make it with certain type of activities and shit.
Camps and stuff, man. Like all that camp circuit.
And it was like damn, like I was a little bit hesitant until I, sometimes. You can have your fun, but you got to do it in a different way. So, like you were saying, like when I finally got my chance to see these college university, it was like, I know you see Ray Allen with the
movie. He got game.
But
no, keep it rolling.
No, but it's it's like that, but it's like, how do I play in the sense where it don't get blackmailed to me?
Right. That's another point about it, because shit.
So, like I said, I've always been a people watch, so you
gotta be smart about it.
I almost got caught up in high school. Like, I'm going to clubs at 14, 15, all that stuff. But the thing is, my name and all that stuff, so they'll let me do stuff and all that. And when you get too comfortable and your head start getting big and all that stuff, that's how I almost got caught.
Right.
my senior year.
Because the average 14-year-old can't go do that, right?
No,
You can do that because you're talented.
You can't.
They ain't your ID or nothing like that. But
Yeah, I'm telling you, all my friends.
St. Thomas, they sent the reporter to come interview me.
St. Thomas about like doing it like
Yeah,
that.
so I'm talking to the reporter, but he ain't recording me. I don't see no camera thing. Man, he was recording me. He had it under the book here. Man, all the leaks went out. So
I remember that. Right before the state game.
Right before the state
Right
game,
before the state
too.
game. I remember
The
that.
whole week.
What's crazy? High school doing that shit. I say, granted, St. Thomas got hella money.
So imagine how it is for these jits.
That's why I was so mad. See you, bitch. I trying to get. I should have had 700, about 5-6 touchdowns against them.
You went stupid that game though.
No.
Shit, that wasn't good enough for you.
No.
What you know finish with that game?
3.
Oh, you remember? I think it was 3 something.
No.
He wanted to kill him though.
We got a vendetta.
Yeah, I wanted.
That messed up though. I ain't know that.
I wanted to kill him.
So what was said to the reporter in that interview? What did he ask you?
You know how because the high school can't receive money.
Right.
You know,
You got an NIL
but it was family members that give me money though. Family members that would give me money, and they try to, you know how that whole week. I ain't like just like the movie, like reporting all that, be chasing you with this and that.
Right.
They ducking me, hide me, getting in different cars. All they reported chasing me outside the house. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? My God. And then I was like, okay. And then they finally said, right, you can play. Ooh, I can't wait, boy. Man.
Definitely a magical moment, though. You got to write that kind of script.
Yeah,
I like it. Very story.
Yeah, so the recruit listening, hey, just move accordingly. That's
all.
Definitely. Be smooth, man. Cause like Kenny said, that's way back then. It's 10 times worse now for the current guys.
No, that definitely.
Just a simple shit like, hey, you taking a picture, put the drink down. Just a little shit.
I even did that. And I don't even drink, smoke, none of that stuff. I don't take none of that stuff.
Well, how do you navigate at that age? Like, y'all young boys, so like, of course, you got people trying to take advantage of it.
It's hard. It's hard, but you gotta have real friends or mindset. Ain't my friends either, cause friends can manipulate your ass. Real friends. No, still though.
You talk that talk, Randy.
You still got real friends that on a birthday or something like that. Just do one time for your boy. All that kind of stuff. See me, I said no a trillion times in college, and still to this day I still say no. It was hard though, because I know you got your boy, and I'm like, man, come on, just one, man, just a sip or something.
Yeah. That's exactly how I become definitely that boy. That's what you do. That's just one.
You just gotta have that mindset.
That's what separates elite athletes from, a lot of, because we all know somebody that was almost as good as, or maybe even better. The ones that separate themselves and get the opportunity to go to a Division I school. Are the ones that are saying, buckle down, not doing this, not doing that, seeing the bigger picture. So that's a testament to both of y'all character, man.
I got 2 reasons why I didn't. Because I had family issue with drinking and all that, smoking, all that kind of stuff. Number one reason is, what's his name? The basketball player that was better than Michael Jordan coming out of high school.
Lynn Byers.
When he died one time and he died. No.
You know what's crazy? I got a crazy freaking story. So my professor at Bethune-Cookman, right? Madeline Wood. She was in Maryland at the time. She had a show on BET. She was posted for two-part, all that type of stuff. She was dating Lynn Byers at that time. Dating. That was his girlfriend. Man, she told the story, man. She was supposed to be with him that night, but she ended up doing something else, so got sidetracked or whatever. Like you said, no history of it. She had no recollection of the type of drug use. And that one night, things just went left. He ended up passing away. She was his girlfriend at the time. Crazy story, man. And like I said, he was supposed to be that guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's with the Jordan era, but he was highly. They thought he was gonna be better than Jordan, and they're trying to come into the draft. Yeah, he like that.
Hey, that's why. At the end of the day, as an adult, I just think the man above the shit.
Oh,
there's been plenty of nights that I look back on like.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I don't maneuver out of that one.
Right.
Damn, I'm glad I wore a hoodie that night.
Right.
I mean, like. I'm glad I was done.
Or if it went sideways just a little bit, then that could have been a different scenario.
Sideways, and I'm gonna be honest, real quick. Each person from their city, they realize things when they get out of that city.
Right.
How the city kind of handle things when that person down, instead of just bringing them up out of it. And,
right.
I seen it time and time again, like. damn, y'all was just on dude.
Yeah.
Right.
You messed up a little bit now.
So
You laugh and start now.
No commodity, man.
No grace.
Yeah,
no room for grace, man.
Yeah.
No room for grace, bro.
So truthfully,
Yeah.
they tell you not to do shit for other people, but at the end of the day, everybody looks for validation.
Sure.
And at the time, it's like, damn, hey, I can't fuck up for a couple of reasons. One is definitely because my city, I can't go back to my city.
That too.
Right.
It's a couple of.
What's that like though when you get? Because Brandon, you don't have some shit.
Hey,
What's that like though? What's that when you get into some shit and the whole world hitting you up pretty much, and you're in the spotlight?
Well, you find out who really your friends is. Like, 'cause when you hear people say that shit, you have to be in that situation to understand and know it for a fact.
Right.
Like, you realize who is really there for you. Because it's going to disappear. I'm talking about going to disappear. You're going to hear from, like, damn, you was on with all this and not, man, come on. But like, now era, you always had the dope boys say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, and all that kind of stuff. But all this stuff and some stuff, it just bad luck. Like, cause when I was Steelers, I tell it was my locker roommate.
Right.
So he was like, man, you need another phone. You need another phone if you go all that other extra stuff and all that kind of stuff. I'm just thinking, I'm like, hey, I'm in the NFL. I ain't telling me because I train with him every day, so I know everything about it. I'm like, man, you know what? Might well, but I gotta keep it hid though, so I won't get caught and all that stuff. Man, as soon as I get caught the weekend I offered to get rid of the phone, got caught, ended up going to jail for this shit. That one will never ever get a second phone, this and that, nothing. Man, that shit changed my life, boy. That shit, boy.
Phone got you in jail?
So get rid of the burners.
Second phone.
Get rid of the burners? Get rid of the burners?
Man, I don't want no second phone, period. Point blank. That's why I be telling all my boys that got 2 phones, 3 phones. They don't want never
Oh, Randy. You wearing a wire, bro?
He ain't no name.
Hey, he just giving good advice.
A legend.
Right.
Legend.
We got to talk about the 2013 team. Y'all talking about it behind the scenes a little bit. What's up, man?
That 2013 whooping that shit, huh?
You know better than that.
Whooping it, huh?
You know better than that.
That 2013 whooping it, huh?
Yeah, to electric, bro.
Right.
You got too many home run hitters.
You know. They was coming. What you gunning for?
Hold on. Y'all said 2013.
Yeah.
08 and 09, Florida State was off the chain them years. When I say off the chain them years, I can't put 13 in there. I know they won it, but I can't do it.
08, 09.
Them years was
we was bad.
They weren't bad. Who said they were bad?
They won 13.
Even though we blew them out, but still, they was.
Hey, what is going on? What is going on? Hey,
it was a good team.
Hey, what?
Right. No.
You
can't try to flip it to your benefit. Like, great team we blew out.
Where you going with this? Hey, hold on. Cut the mic. Wait.
Y'all lost in the swamp, though. Y'all lost in the swamp, though.
That was my senior year, but I ain't have no help. Them damn
13 team ain't losing in the swamp. They ain't losing.
They left you stranded. Shout out, man. Be hit.
Hey,
it was good.
He the defense. You should talk to him. He the defense.
Hey, you hear what he said?
What he say?
He talking about 2013 Florida State
he said
versus 08.
No, he said the 08, 09 Florida State team was better than the 13 team. Do you agree?
Wait, Florida team?
Florida State.
They 08 team was better than their 13?
Yeah.
08 and 09.
Hell,
So, yeah.
Man,
Like, dog, don't get me wrong. You got to think about how many other teams that were way better than Florida State was at that time, and then how much competition they didn't have when they actually won.
I see that.
Think about it. Nobody, Alabama wasn't humping on the streets like that. LSU wasn't humping. Georgia wasn't doing that. You got to look at all the outside factors why they even rose up.
I'm only asking.
Ponder.
Yeah.
It was Ponder.
I'm only asking because I was in high school at the time. So
man, heck no, that
just hearing that, I must use a big ass word. It's blasphemy.
Right.
Hey, that's
it was.
I'm gonna tell you, listen.
Every starter from that 2013 team was in the league.
Right, but where are they now?
Most of them still in the league to this day.
And the way faster too. Ooh. 08, 09, way faster.
Oh yeah, but it was.
Nobody on that team been coming in the race. Ooh, nobody on that team been coming in the race.
What's that DB number 23 that played? He ran track too.
Yeah,
it was
Mike Ray Garland. Yeah, man, Mike Ray wasn't faster than that might be a good one. Mike Ray and Kirby.
Look, see, you got to think about it twice.
That might be a good one.
That
might be a good one.
But the thing is, we had a dude named Ronald Darby who was a track star.
Exactly.
But think about how many times they never let us have any big breaks, right? And we had how many 4.3 dudes, how many 4.2 dudes, how many 4.4 that didn't.
That's because Mitch Andrews was a dog.
No, bro, listen, but how many dudes that was still how many dudes that caught raining on the damn slant or
nobody.
Straight out?
Hold on, y'all gotta get it.
No,
This
on
angle-
Florida State.
This angle is fucking compelling, no lie.
No, for real, on Florida State team, y'all, that year.
Tony Carter was super fast.
But we asked him the 13. We got some niggas for him. We got.
You got somebody for Dempsey?
Of course, we got Jalen Ramsey, we got PJ Williams, we got Christian Jones out there. We got Timmy Jernigan.
All them niggas getting smoked.
Timmy Jernigan, man, come on now.
All them getting smoked.
Hey,
Marcus Joyner, come on now.
These are the same people I'm naming. It the same.
What I'm saying,
But he on the name.
Clearly faster.
He on the name 3 people though.
No, I'm still going.
Keep going. He on the name.
We still got boy that still ain't even started. That was running
to stop him, right?
Because
to stop him or any other.
We got Lewis Murphy.
Bro, we ain't see our DBs.
No, I'm just saying all us run 4.2s.
LaMarcus Joyner would
All
have
that
tore your
flying.
ass up.
Yeah,
LaMarcus Joyner, you know him. You know LaMarcus. St. Thomas acquaintance.
Let's get it.
On our team, dog. We had a guy on our team, dog. He played receiver, dog. Bro, listen.
Deontay Thompson ran a 4.2.
Hey, Deontay ran.
That's our whole all-time.
Deontay wanted to play on that 2013 team. He wanted to play.
It's Black History. It's Black History Month, but I got a white boy for him too.
That but dog, I don't know how he's still in the league. That bitch trouble.
We going to
Deontay been leave for a while. Shout out to him.
Hey, listen, we had a receiver, Justin Williams, bro, held the record in Georgia dog for 200 meters. J-Dub ain't never see the field.
Yeah, he was dog too.
Ain't never see the field. It was a lot of factors that went into it. I think, like, you know, drop balls, miss route stuff. But a dude of his speed, that talent he had.
No, Carl Dunlap. Oh, he almost ran a 4.4.
Yeah, and that boy was bigger than everybody.
See, longer than.
But listen, he ran like
now. That's what all this shit was at for Ole Miss and when Ole Miss came to the swamp. Well, all this was at.
We was rapping. We was trying to get that shoe.
No, 8 turnovers.
But listen,
he almost still went over
the field for so long on defense.
So wait, what happened with Ole Miss? I don't know.
Bro, we was on the field for so long on defense.
8 turnovers.
And we
listen. I'm gonna tell you what. They bust big plays on defense.
When we go SEC West on the off games like Ole Miss or random Arkansas, we always have like losing type of games, right?
It's always like if you look at everybody's season, it's always gonna be that one team that shouldn't win that's gonna get close to beating them or
end up beating them. Yeah,
and it's always team like Ole Miss.
I'm gonna tell you, realistically, no matter what you're doing, bro, you're gonna up and up. Bro, you're going to take your foot off the gas mentally for a second. And that 1 second is when somebody's trying to get that win. And that's what
they were talking about. Like, we won the championship in 13, but 12, we took our foot
off the gas, dog. Like, that's
EJ Mays, look, I'm talking about 3rd and something. We in field goal range. We lost. We number 2 in the nation. And we ain't get no championship that year, but it's like you're right. When you up, hey, every week it can be goddamn Bishop Sycamore playing y'all.
That's when you had him. That's when you had him.
Bishop Sycamore. Hey,
that's when you had him.
What's up, number, man? Probably slide the plan out of here. That's what we probably need to do.
But all that stuff y'all talking about, that's when the coaches come and play too. OCs and all that stuff.
Coming through, dog. Yeah, Black. We just talking about how 2013 team would have whooped y'all in 08.
And how they were gonna get down the field?
How?
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny.
Great question.
James.
But who gonna throw it?
James.
Exactly.
The quarterback.
But that boy gonna have so much pressure on his ass.
He linebacker. You linebacker.
Yes.
History month. I got a white boy for you.
Oh, and hell,
O'Leary is.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know what's crazy? But you know what? You know what's crazy though? Guess who would have been on him?
Oh, bro.
Man, throw that shit out there if you want to.
Hey, he gonna get rocked, but them real make it.
He run them over. Hey, throw it out there if you want to.
That's a weed play.
Yeah, bro.
We get land. No, we get land. You gonna see right? You good? Oh, vibe. Okay, bring it back over here then.
That's for the crib.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's why we're at the Kush house, bro. Slide it back.
And that bitch is Polk County shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Taste One, man. Y'all go check my man out,
Man, you already know shit. If you gonna shout it out, we gonna shout it out.
All right. Best peanuts I done had, man. I'm legit. No lie.
I got definitely, man. I ain't even see that though.
Where they get them at?
I'm already. And you get them like right now. I'm in over 60 locations in Polk County.
Right.
I'm at what 3 7-Elevens. Right. If you're not in the Polk County area, you can go on my website and you can order them right off the website. So,
y'all go show the land some love.
Yeah, man. Something new, man. Something different.
Right.
Everybody ain't really never seen it.
Tell them about your flavor. Like most peanuts are like Cajun or something like that.
Yeah, most everybody used to the Cajun and the regular, but mine they smoke barbecue. So something different, man.
Yeah, okay.
If I could get, like I tell people, if I could get 4 people out of 10 people to like them,
that's it.
And I'm winning with that. I'm already winning with that. So
and these boys discussing the 08, 2013 Florida State team, a natty team, they getting their shit off. So get back to that conversation.
I just told them we led the country in interceptions, and they got James at quarterback.
He won't throw them that year.
That's
man, I ain't trying to hear that.
Go look at the numbers. He won't throw them that year. You won't throw them that year.
Half the time, he just handed it off.
Oh, and another thing. These cats was chilling at halftime. These cats weren't playing full game.
I wouldn't have played full game. I wouldn't have played full game against Maryland, against Virginia.
Hey, I give you one. Clemson, two. That Clemson team whooped Ohio State and Orange. Braxton Miller, Urban Meyer, your coach, right? Urban Meyer, Braxton Miller. That same Clemson team got whooped in the Orange Bowl.
We ain't talking about Clemson. We talking about Virginia.
We talking competition, all right?
Yeah, y'all play Virginia, Maryland, Boston College. Miami was good.
You know I ain't gonna get back into it for that.
Y'all got listen.
Wait, don't give us credit when it ain't good. Miami was good. You ain't gonna tell us we've been irrelevant for a dub and then tell us we was good.
Y'all was great though. When we played,
y'all was top 10
that year.
Yeah, I remember I was there, but I'm saying
all I remember was running
fools go.
Man, we kicked them boys out of Gainesville.
So the squad we
sent
had,
them boys out of Gainesville.
We came down to Gainesville and sent y'all back to the dorms room because that's what they did.
But listen, if we had the team we had, and you shift that over to ACC, I swear to God, we would have had 4 championship rings.
Easily.
I believe that.
Easily.
And probably would have won by 80 every game too.
Easily, bro.
Y'all want to beat us every time?
At that time,
when we went to school.
I agree.
Every time now I got that.
What time?
Hey, we going to be
Hold on. What you say, Hicks?
Nah, we felt that no team on this earth could beat us then, right? Even playing an NFL team. At the time,
well, y'all like that.
We felt like we were the
But that's the thing is like, as a championship mindset, you ain't gonna win no games. You don't think like that.
Right.
So in the 13th,
Jimbo is not like Irma. He ain't have no.
So listen. So if y'all played us every year.
Y'all want to do Jimbo? Y'all want to do Jimbo Urban battle?
We know that too.
Y'all want to do Jimbo Urban battle? Who really thug out
No, that year. Y'all think y'all just went on a run like that with them?
07 to 10, we would have smoked that shit every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Hell no.
Man, you tripping, man.
No.
Maybe 07 to 10. Them motherfuckers were different.
They had no choke for 17. When it's a Florida and Florida State battle, you don't know who's going to win.
Well, we beat y'all like
we put 40 on them people.
But listen,
them years we were talking about. Hey, lad, them years we were talking about, we put 40 on them people like every time.
It took our foot off the gas.
Hey, you feel me?
Y'all put it over.
And Bubba Caldwell threw the ball to the stand.
absolutely. Spike's
yeah, man. I ain't gonna debate them years. Them from 2013. We went in that goddamn somebody did the same thing.
Yeah, 13 team was cool though.
14, no matter what. Either way it goes, you support Florida. Like you say,
but Florida always coming to Polk County. Still, all I got there players out there.
We gonna keep doing
it. In the country, baby.
But you want to be spraying on what you use, so let's
talk about that though. Watch it though. I committed to Florida first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I decommitted.
So talk about your recruitment a little bit. How did that process go?
Crazy. Hey, like listen, I had I went down to the University of Miami 3 weeks ago. They had junior day, and the dude who do all the Kane sports stuff, he was like, man, Lynn, boy,
You was social media before social media. This guy, I forget like 3 goddamn schools.
I think you from South Florida.
Right, you from South Florida.
Fuck that shit. I'm for the project. Goddamn.
So what your schools through the process?
But nah, man, like, a lot of people, when everybody from the crib love Florida. They just love Florida. But my dream school was always University of Miami. And man, when I had my opportunity to play there, why not choose? Like, go play
I ain't even gonna count. Like when it was like 2000, 2001, when Miami was really like that.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
growing up, everybody was like, "Damn, that shit look cool." Like they made that shit really look cool, bro.
That shit was hip hop as fun.
Like, bro, listen, bro. I know they talk about the old Kings like before that, but it was like around with 2000.
Them boys the most sweat that
bro. That shit was
different. Miami at the time, like you the top of the top.
Yeah.
Like, imagine going to practice. You got Frank Gore in practice. You got Greg Olsen in practice.
You got
Kevin Helston fucking practice.
Man, listen, bro.
When
I was just watching some of the games the other day. I go on YouTube and look at all the old games. You know, I'm on there, man. And I'm talking about Kellen Winslow Jr. was running down on kickoff, hitting people so hard, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. He was a soldier as a freshman, bro. Like,
I don't give a fuck about numbers. It's fucking you.
There's no way he was gonna get on offense though. So he had to make his keep on special teams. And it's now, bro. It's like the kids
not trying to do that
it changed now.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be the starting quarterback, the starting DB, and receiver. But that's how you got to make your keep.
I ain't play defense. What I always try to do, I try to play special teams. Did I?
All the time, bro. Listen, bro.
You can't hit nobody. Wait till I hit somebody. I'm like, oh, bitch, as soon as I hit somebody, I'm gonna try to kill him too. I'm trying to kill him too. Cause they be like, you can't hit nobody. Okay, wait till my time comes. Every time I get a chance, that
is a good point, though, Black. These kids nowadays really want to go to the grind of things, and we all know, like, special teams where you earn your keep on the bus. I mean, that's the first ticket on the bus, right or wrong.
That's way on the NFL roster too, bro.
Yeah,
everybody's not gonna start.
And they don't understand that, bro.
NFL is smashing.
And I'm telling you right now, in the NFL, it ain't no. This dude will never get in the game. Bitch, gonna get in that game somehow.
Y'all ain't came. Hold on. Y'all ain't come prepared to flex. Like Lamar,
he did flex.
I just thought that.
Oh, me. Hey, give us the bird, man. I'm really finna play. I'm really finna play. This really one to like 7.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all boys
We got 10.
I got 3.
Hey, man. Hey, just look at him. We got.
Hey, CJ, we got a couple state championships.
Right.
I got some state championship.
Oh, y'all got state championship?
We got 3.
I got
All
mine.
right, cool. We got 2 national championships in high school.
When I left Florida,
We had 2 national championships in high school.
That Lakely team was different.
You know, most people don't even have. Most people don't have
Y'all recruiting. I need to know.
constituted cats on college. You had that shit in the damn high school.
Hey,
It's speak for itself, though.
people don't know. They only played 2 years in high school, so that's what people don't know.
Man.
They was on JV the first 2 years.
Really?
That blew up like that.
Y'all know that
blew up and
you said 2 years on JV?
Man, so Pounce got a real crazy story. So it was on JV 10th grade.
he would not got no championship in high school if it wasn't for me.
that boy came with Captain.
I told him, if you want to win, come play with me.
That's a recruiter
He trained first. Come on, man.
So I got
You got a future, man.
I got a story for Saul. So let me tell you. So I got a cousin, right? He was real good. He ended up going to JU, and he lived in Orlando. So Ray the only dude I know with a car in high school.
He was in clubs at 14.
Bro, this man came and scooped me up. I'm telling my mama we down the road because you know what I'm saying, bro. We in Orlando, like we are in a whole nother city.
Orlando,
You don't know So me and my cousin, we have a cousin girl house at the time. We swimming, you know, we chilling, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It was summertime. Right. Hey man, talking about, man, we had won 2 state championships back to back already. We were 30-0. He was like, man, you want to win a state championship? You better come to Lakeland. My cousin like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And we in the pool trying to plot the shit, right? We get back to the house and run it by my uncle. My uncle say, okay, cool. My uncle get on the phone and call my dad. They asking my cousin to stay with us for a year to play and to finish the season. Man, listen, bro. My cousin came over there, bro. He made the game-saving tackle in the state championship. Oh, Hank, at the 1 yard line.
Hey, listen, I made some money off that game. I made some 3 years in a row, I made some money off them boys in college. You had boys on the team.
Yeah, right. Especially at you.
Oh, man. They come here.
I know they're talking pretty no.
Let me get some of that cash. Listen, I tell them, in Polk County, I hate Lakeland.
1917.
But my
we do
Polk
an
County,
interception on the 5 yard line. We gonna see that shit. Yeah. And look, and they have our 1,000-yard rusher. That shit would be beat, man. But then he want to get the ball to break for 70.
He did a smart move.
Look.
Come on, recruit.
No, because
So, but where did you come? Where did you come from again, Black?
So I went to Kathleen High School. So that's where Ray Lewis went.
But what kid in Lakeland don't want to go to play at the Lakeland?
That's what I'm saying. So
because all high school was good at that time too.
All the time.
Yeah, but
every kid seems like they want to go.
But how it kind of happened was my coach had stepped down. I don't know what my boy had going on. Tate. Yep. So when Tate had stepped down, we had just one district. We went to the second round of playoffs. And I was one of the 3 starters that was gonna come back on defense. I started as a sophomore. So he get on the morning news and say, hey, we had a great season, blase, blase. I'm stepping down as head coach.
Damn.
So we had a linebacker that played at FIU. His name was Scott Bryan. He was real good too. He was on Kathleen with me.
I recruited him too.
So look, so soon as the coach say this on the news, me and Scott in class together. So he looked at me. He was like trying to go to Lakeland on some funny shit. And I'm kikiing because I ain't going to Lakeland. So I'm like, hell yeah. Like, a couple of days go by.
Nah, he was there.
Man, Scott slipped me another note. Man, this man said, man, this is my last day, bro. Don't say nothing. I said, damn, for real? Man, long story short, my boy was gone, bro. You hear me? Was out of there. So now he playing spring over there. So before spring started, that's when I was like, damn, like, I'm gonna go to L2. Man, dog, my daddy did the paperwork and whatnot. Long story short, bro, they had called the FHSAA, and they were often have to sit out another year. So I had to stay at Kathleen for the rest of that year. I couldn't play no spring, no none of that, bro. You feel me? I ain't really trying to go out there anyway. It's hot.
I got kicked out.
Telling me I can't play spring
ain't no issue. But the bad part about it is like I was going to school with these same cats. It's back then it was a real rivalry, like fighting and all kind of stuff, little childhood stuff. And shoot, I'm really out here selling out kind of, you feel me? Man, I had a teacher give me my paper and was like, here you go, trader. I when I knew that shit was real. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, shit deep in pool. Man, I'm 15 years old, man. Y'all better goddamn me. You probably know what you is now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grown as hell. I'm goddamn, I'm 14, 15.
You gotta live vicariously through you, man. That's when you do that, you let like 130 people down.
Man, I want to talk about the culture of street racing in Polk County. We do a little bit of that in the crib where I'm from. I'm from Belglade. And we do my uncle used to take me around neighborhoods, race other kids in neighborhoods. And I see y'all do that. It's a Florida thing, man. So I seen Bowman doing some street racing. What you think? Bowman smoke you?
Man, I can't answer
I
that.
retired for street racing.
No, I'm saying
no.
Back then I'm tearing everybody up. I'm undefeated.
No.
I'm undefeated in street racing.
You smoking Rainy?
If we would have ran back then and say, hey, I ain't ready.
I was at the head start. No, I was undefeated in street racing. I took
Street race legend right there, man.
You better go look. I ain't just talking. They all state. I broke the record at University of Miami in the hurdle. You better go look. Shit. You better go look.
What y'all running though?
It don't matter. What?
It do matter. It do matter.
Not with me.
So you get them in there.
But he do got long legs.
Right, I ain't mad at
Look at the fat look.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Listen, everybody.
Randy gonna smoke dips in that first 40 something.
That's what I'm saying.
After that, man, that shit get real too. That shit get real personal, bro.
Imagine some of the races we had at University of Miami.
Ooh, yeah, I bet y'all had. Give me some.
Imagine some of the races.
I got some races. I want to get with them. Give me some of y'all races. I got some legendary races I heard about you.
Right. You got Elster.
Right.
You got Glenn Sharp when he was healthy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got Terrell Wallen. Terrell Wallen was faster than everybody. Elster wasn't even fast on the team.
Nah, it's Hester like a.
No, they fast, but
Yeah, I bet slow down. I'm gonna be respectful about that.
I think when he ran at the combine, he ran like he ran like a 4.5.
You ran 4.5.
No, they clocked his bro.
That's what I'm saying. But when we on the field, I'm like, but that shit don't even look real.
Different on the field. I'm telling you, bro.
I don't saw him with my own eyes.
Because when I watch him, bro, he's just extremely fast.
He ain't juking nobody out there. You realize when he returned
kicks, he one cut and go really.
He hit one.
You see the whole.
You see like
I seen some shit he did
that one
time.
But but he still one cut though. He was just
that's what I'm saying.
They all tight cut.
No. You go back there, y'all want to go? Hey, you want to ask about the goddamn track shit? Then he had the same track coach, J-Bone.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I was at Bartow.
Right.
And then he had J-Bone at Lakeland. I had J-Bone at Bartow.
Who was fast in high school with Leon Covington and Teddy Poole.
Yeah.
Now them boys were nobody don't know these boys, but these faster than the.
Now you ain't do the street racing.
But hell yeah,
you did it.
But who did it?
So I don't know if you've been checking, but now boys bet big dollars on the
street. That's what I'm about to ask.
Why they do that? Back then, see, like when I used to go home, called me out. Shit, I got a line.
Man, look, they be trying to call the boys from Orlando, Tampa.
They bring a brand view what they being selfish with the money. They show you.
I bet on myself, shit.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool.
I had other people betting for me. I wasn't.
He talking about races.
I don't do that.
He talking about races in Miami. I remember like in the message boards days, I used to be fanatic about this shit. And I remember like races in parking lot. I think it was like you, Deontay, Demps.
Yeah. Noah Divine.
Yeah, tell about. I heard about that.
Man, I'm chilling at the career.
So who all in it though? Who all in it first?
Oh, it was just me and Noah Divine. This was at Walmart Park.
Go back to the crib.
Walmart Park like here too. So I'm at the crib just chilling. They call me. They be like, "Oh, Noah Divine here. He calling you out." I said, "What? He want to race you for that money, all that kind of stuff." I said, "Man, what he doing here?" Put on my hot top Reebok passes back in the day too.
Man, listen.
You go through the lake
after the race.
You go through the lake.
After the race.
You gotta go to the
Imagine how many views that people got.
But listen,
right.
That's all you heard back then.
So I get my shoes on. I get in the car. You know, just like I said, you know how Walmart parking lot big as hell.
Right.
Man, I pulled out, man, full of cars, all the lights on, like it was like a damn racing car thing.
Right.
Fast and Furious type shit.
Racing car show.
So I heard about Northern Vine, all that kind of stuff, all the videos and all that. Let me see what this boy about. We raced 3 times. Burnt them all 3 times. And I'm like, man, this is a waste of damn time, man.
They wasted their gas, bro.
It was so damn easy.
Look, y'all missed the part where he got up and drove his own self. Mind you, ain't nobody else got no car at this time. He the only one. He the only one can really just. Man, the man, bro. Listen, bro. The man used to just pull up, bro, and
no, all the stuff I had, my brother challenged me. I always made goals for myself, but he always made other goals too at the same time. So if I got that goal, he'll give me something because he was in the NFL at the time. So that was my only time to get something. So he wasn't gonna give me no money.
This man pulling up with.
Your brother got
you gonna take care of things.
Real quick, like to the average fan that don't know who your brother is, just tell the average fan who your brother is.
Raw Smart nickname, he hate me. So
he
remember the XFL?
Hey, hold on. I say I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated in the streets, but I ain't gonna tell about that race. But that's one person I cannot beat.
He ain't beating
in the street race.
Like that, huh?
Just say he gave me a head start and burnt me. So people always think I'm fast, but they really don't know how fast this.
What got you fast?
Were your parents fast? Like, where you guys get that
They
speed
said my
from?
mom was flying track, so they have videos back in the day. So that's all I can go on. I gotta see film, but you can't have film back in the day.
So I gotta see film, bro.
Genetics real.
But that's one thing I cannot beat though.
Gotta pull it fast.
I don't know. It Daddy Klondike.
Nah, that ain't my daddy.
They say Klondike was cold with that ball in his hand.
Give me y'all favorite game. One game that kind of stand out, a big moment, something that was real memorable. I mean, it could be a Florida UM game. It could be, whatever that stands out to your mind. Like what?
I know what was crazy is that when we played Miami in Gainesville,
that's the biggest game I ever seen
bro,
in college. In my college days,
I couldn't it was so hard for me and Major Wright to check we was almost like we had to be like this close to even just, make sure we all on the same page. Yeah, man. We had to use a lot of symbols and whatnot because it was so loud, bro. Like that was real loud.
That was honestly the first time I ever had to look back at them and see if they was going back there, if they heard the play or something.
The shit was so crazy.
Yeah, that was like one of the
who all is over y'all time, the Swamp was, well, UF was big time, and the Swamp was, one of the best crowds in the country. You guys have like with LSU coming through Tennessee, like all those other teams come through, but this FSU included. But this UM game that stands out.
That shit was loud, bro. That shit was loud.
I think they sold more tickets than seats.
It's Miami and then Florida State.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you another time it got loud. It got real loud.
Y'all got, like you said, y'all gotta play annually though.
Look, it got real loud one time we played LSU. On the first drive, we threw it to Percy. And they got tipped. When he took that bitch, he caught it and scored. It was like the third play of the game, man. That shit was so loud, bro. Like, that shit just sometimes be unbearable. Right, and they realize when we on the field, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. It's all coming down to you.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? On offense, that shit kind of like quiet a little bit. Now, we on that bitch, that shit screaming.
The team we played back in the day, they had some fast, their team too.
Yeah. Think about, that's what I'm saying. Think about how fast everybody on
that team. It's college football. Yeah. They working out just like
Florida. SEC, don't say no damn college football.
I ain't gonna never say, bro. Have you ever put yourself in a position where you like, damn, boy, this Florida versus Purdue game gonna be close? No.
You know how y'all talking about SEC, right? The loudest place, I think it was Oklahoma. We went up there.
Ooh.
Big 12.
So they got a wide.
McKinney, hell, even that next year, they say Dope was.
That's what I'm saying. You got loud games when you generating them ticket sales. Like when whoever booming, they gonna come from goddamn.
But that loud meter, but I think we in top 5 more than one time.
Yeah,
Death Valley, the other Death Valley.
Nah, Google that.
Nah,
hey, Clemson.
Yeah, so let's give me your game, man. Give me your game. Yeah, that was your game that just stand out here.
I heard my first touchdown, Georgia Tech. I'll never forget just being a freshman in the huddle, and you got Brock Berlin looking at you while all these boys in the huddle. Hey, Lance, I'm coming to you. Like, God damn, it's third down. The post route. I still remember at 8:26. I had the post. I think Kevin Avery had it under, and then Roscoe had the dig. He just told me run. He launched that bitch. Well, you know how many people hit me up for the crib? Hey,
Lance with the shits, man. Lance, what was the energy like with you? You was a big time recruit, right? So I asked Rainy the same question, like the attention from the hood. You know, you popular. You when you get on campus, like how was it like maintaining and dealing with that? You know, man, like the ego shit.
Well, I ain't never really, like I said, I ain't never let it get to my head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because with my daddy, that nigga always keep you grounded. Goddamn it, he gonna make you go ahead. So I always, anybody in the hood, they always tell you. Even when I played, I come back to the project and chill.
Right.
I like to show like the jits from where I'm from. Like, hey, don't change where you come from, but come back and show like what you can get. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I'm big on, like me and Chris was talking earlier. I'm big on the athletes like from Polk County. We got too many of them not coming back to live up.
Right.
So they can see the niggas riding around in the motherfucking foreign. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They can see that. Everybody from Polk County, all
inspiration right
the
there,
big
man.
athletes,
That's
they
real.
wait.
Yeah, that's energy.
You know what I'm saying? They might come back, keep their head in the.
But it's fair because there's so many big time athletes.
Let them bump into you. You know what I'm saying? Let them bump into you in public.
I think I had that luxury too. I was on the road.
Every hood kind of like that. We had the same thing. I'm from Belgrade. So everybody talk about the same thing. Nobody really come back to live. So that's just a thing, bro.
But like, okay,
I'll be honest with you, man.
Belgrade, but Polk County, I can't go move Belgrade. But
the hell y'all got, bro?
We got a little bubble.
What y'all got?
That's a little bit more.
We on Lake Okeechobee, man.
You get country bougie and shit.
Yeah, man.
Shooting Lakeland, bro.
Yeah, don't be country shaming, man.
Not do it, bro.
But nah, man, I never let it get to my head, though.
I say that.
But the only reason why I didn't move back to Lakeland, because my grandma, my mama, and dad all gone, so it made a difference too. At the same time, as when Lakeland was getting a lot of bad stuff going on at the same time too. So I just said, you know what I mean, move somewhere in the middle of Florida, start my speed training, and be like neutral for everybody, and then I'll be close to Gainesville too at the same time. So
Yeah.
You gotta bring
You can't come back to Gainesville. People
No,
don't
I ain't
understand.
But yeah, Kenny, what was your moment, or what was your game that kind of stands out in your head for you?
in college level.
Yeah.
Probably that first game, 13 year. They ain't believe in Jameis. We were seniors. We had our trio. We knew what we was gonna do, but the world was, you know how them analysts is and shit like that.
They're gonna count you out before you start.
And we playing Pitt now. No offense to Pitt, but you know what I mean.
I remember that.
And it was like this dude came in. I think they fucked over his. He was supposed to go 23 for 23, but they had an incomplete pass.
But I remember watching that game, dog, and I was terrified.
That shit was
that
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew it was
dog. That first game, because I was skeptical. Had some skepticism when he started going nuts. I was like, this motherfucker play a little bit.
That's how the world goes. With the world, you gotta show them sometime what you about.
For sure.
Because they don't be knowing what you putting in and shit
Yeah, for
like
sure.
that.
For sure.
Shit, secondly, I ain't even saying the championship game, but the Clemson one. You know they got Sammy Watkins.
Bro, I was on the sideline for that damn game, bro.
Hey, we going to clap.
You remember? I think it was GA Roy Upchurch. You remember him? He was on that 2013 staff. Roy went to Gaby in Tallahassee, so we knew him and whatnot. Me and my brother DeAndre McDaniel, we
What DeAndre at?
Yeah, Clemson still work. He on staff with Clemson. Yeah, so we went in and hollered at Roy. You know, Roy, what you think about the game? This, that, and other. He looked at us dead in our face, no smile, no joking. Like, oh, yo, we broke out in the field, we could blow y'all out. Like, dead serious. And you talking about Clemson number 3, night game, Death Valley Rock. They was talking about breaking the damn noise thing. I think Marshawn Lynch, they set that record when he put that long run in the playoffs against the Saints. They was talking about breaking that record that night. He said with straight face, no, we're really gonna blow y'all out. Like, we broke down the field. This shit it's gonna be easy. And I kid you not, man. Like, you can hear a pin drop in that damn stadium from the moment KD caught that damn touchdown or whatnot.
Hey, that week of practice, no ball hit the ground.
Oh, you already
you know when. Silent assassins again. We ain't talking. We banned off social media. We banned / we wanted to be off. So it's like, all right.
Yeah, y'all gotta get guys like Jameis off of that, man. One time for the great folks at the Graham Co, man. Visit the Graham Co. Use coupon code NSD 25 for 25% off. They have edibles, they have pre-rolls, they have coffee. TheGrahamCo.com.
And shout out to the edibles.
Shout out to the edibles, man. Vibing. But back to that, man. So like around that time you had to week 1, you say the vibes was what like I don't want to get back to like the shenanigans, man. But what's it like having FAMU in the city as well?
Shit, you ain't even count TCC. Shit.
Right, exactly.
We got 3-1.
Hey, look, people don't realize. But no, seriously, but people that say FAMU and FSU, people know TCC is one of the biggest community colleges in the state as well. So it's really a 3.
I was there after the game, but listen, I used to drive from Gainesville. Now we get for noon games. I know I'm in the mood that night. I'm in the mood.
You want to move after the noon game?
But we got a noon game, bro. Listen, by
We got to be right on Monday.
Bro, especially if we done whooped them.
So can I ask you this?
Y'all living with regular one.
I got a lot of Florida homeboys. Just the other night, one of them, I cut the conversation. I said, "So what city you fuck with the most?" He said, "Gainesville all day." How do you feel?
I'm very lying.
Man, get out of here.
Man, come on, man.
You don't tell us way live in the game.
I'm gonna tell you.
Gainesville on Charlie.
Put your balance aside.
Gainesville is down on prepared. And look.
It's different.
Because he get free drinks all the time from the white boys. No,
I was in Tallahassee too, bro. I love you. If you play ball, bro, you good. So listen, but nah, bro. I say Gainesville. The only reason why I say Gainesville is because there's not one night of the week where you don't got nothing to do where it's gonna be packed out.
man, that's Tallahassee.
But the thing about it is, bro, you gonna get tired of doing the same nigga shit you do at the crib that you gonna do in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee got.
But you got the best of both worlds in Tallahassee.
Best of both worlds, bro. You can't say, bro, Florida State more black than anything else. Bro, Florida State got more. Bro, listen, the black kids weigh in more Florida State than they do PWI status. Bro, and you can't lie, bro. Think about it, no matter what, bro.
Man, y'all can't listen to him right now. I don't know what he talking about. But nobody.
Lance, you like?
But nah, don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. There's
You bring it down to
he said, but there is something to do every single night. It's fun. But nigga, you gonna get tired of going to the moon every single night. But in Gainesville, when we were there, we club hopped at least 6 different clubs. Listen, we club hopped in 6 different clubs in the same damn night. No, in the same walking distance. So you gonna tell me you gonna get tired of doing that? No, if I want to sit in here,
let me tell you what used to get me though.
And that's just downtown. You got Midtown.
I'm gonna pick that bitch off a time or two in the game.
Oh, bro,
I'm gonna fuck around and go to the club. They're gonna have the TV on showing the highlights.
Oh, bro, guess who?
That's easy.
Spotlight gonna be on everywhere you go.
Easy, man.
Every club you go to, you gonna get shot out. You walk in the door before you take 3 steps in the door. You feel me?
It's pretty good. So let's talk about Florida State because you guys at that point in time, you guys were the rock stars on campus. You know, Florida was humping the hell, even with you,
Not even on campus, bro. The city.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you at the top, you win national championship. That type of deal.
Let me tell you how this shit went. So I enrolled early. So I was a mid-year.
You was a trailblazer back then,
bro. I was coming every weekend. I didn't roll early, but I was coming every single weekend, hanging with these.
So listen, my first day of school was like January. Like when we got out for Christmas break in high school, I went to college. So then my first day of class, right, was like January 7th. Mind you, the March before that, we won in the basketball. National championship.
Yeah.
All right. So then that was March. You know, speed through that year. Come January, my first day of class was the national championship day. So that was a syllabus day. So boom.
That's 06 national championship, right?
Yep. All right, watch this.
Show up to the first day.
Watch this. It's January.
You said the table real.
Hold on. It was January. Remember they won in March in basketball. Right. Speed in January football. February, March, we win the bitch again in basketball.
Shit, I came out that party.
Man, that shit was crazy, man.
Why you think I
That shit was crazy. Man, listen, bro. The craziest shit I ever seen was when I first got to campus. You know, Chris Richard played basketball. He went to Kathleen, and Richard was on the back-to-back. So I was a young cat. I had just got there with Florida Relays.
Right.
Man, bro, it was him, Joakim Noah, I think Tony Lee was all together. I think D Hard that played football. Right. So I hit a Rich. I'm like, hey man, what y'all finna do? He like, we finna walk out here. He was like, meet me outside. Dog, I had just got there. Nobody knew who I was for real. Like I ain't even played the game yet. Man, dog, when you see the people swarm them was real rock stars on campus. Yeah. They won back to back.
Yeah.
They was real rock stars on campus, bro. When that whole class said, "Hey, we coming back to school,"
yeah, ooh, yeah.
Man, that shit was crazy, bro. I'm telling you, people used to
that night they won in that championship.
Man, listen, people used to sleep in tents across the street from the.
I went up there for a step. Y'all had a step show thing. Y'all used to do a step show.
Oh yeah,
Blue and White Weekend.
Blue and White Weekend.
I'm a dude, so I know.
I was in high school.
Man, Blue White Weekend.
Oh yeah, that Blue White Weekend.
Vintage Blue White Weekend. The all blue when we was in school.
Flooded out the whole entire
fairground. Y'all had like big step show weekends.
Yeah, that was Fizz.
Man,
Fizz, yeah.
They trying to force me to go down, but I can't go.
Somebody trying to force me to go there.
You ain't never go around.
Wait, for you what?
Somebody go there.
Hey, Randy was a product of the Midtown.
Randy was traumatized.
Right.
Downtown.
But at that time, all the athletes were playing, messing with each other though. Like, all the athletes wasn't outside of nothing. It was just that's why nobody really get in trouble or nothing like that. So
that's real.
We ain't get in trouble.
You get what I'm saying though.
Well, I got some questions about y'all.
Wow,
I watched ID channel.
I thought that 2014 you was around.
Hey,
I watched ID channel.
I watched ID channel. I don't even watch football like that, boy.
Man, listen, bro. Listen, it was so. It was so.
Look at.
Yeah, you gotta be over there.
I don't care.
That says a lot about my character.
Look, man, listen, it was so crazy, dog. Like, we get a text and like on the Sunday afternoon, team meeting tonight. God damn,
who done got in trouble this time?
Man, who done doing some shit, man?
Hey, you started texting everybody else. Hey, bro, hey, what happened last night?
Yeah, bro, if you don't go out, man, what happened last night?
I ain't do nothing last night.
Somebody know.
Somebody knows something.
You know it's your position group when your coach texts you, be like, what the fuck happened last night? Hey, coach, I ain't even go out last night. So you start hitting everybody else.
Yeah, bro.
Right, damn, it happened in the linebacker
I
room
got a
this
question.
time.
I grew up a Hurricane fan. Where did y'all party at? In Miami?
Shit,
Did y'all go down to South Beach?
But,
I know
Let's
y'all.
talk about that last week. We talking about the Tallahassee vibes and the game.
They was grown, bro. They was grown.
Y'all was really grown.
Like,
If you wanted like the college vibe,
Yeah,
you go to the Grove. Go right
Right.
there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got a college vibe. Like you go bar hop like a motherfucker. And you want to live like a rock star, goddamn it. They go to South Beach. You
Cross
get
that
out
bridge,
there.
baby.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest
And then
fella.
when you want to get hood, you gotta go. Hey, back then we went to Rolex. Go ahead.
Man, let me tell you the
Coco.
down in Dade, baby.
the biggest fail I had, bro. We played the national championship in Miami.
Oh, I won.
I would've been in the
Look,
office.
wait.
I would've been in the
Look,
office.
I picked the bitch off in the fourth quarter. Then we won the game. We get out off the field. We get back to the hotel. I told my bed at the time, hey, I'm on my partner shit. I gotta stop. Man, we get down there. They stressing, man. You gotta be 21.
You not
I
us.
say I know you lying. I was 20, bro. I say I know you lying, bro.
I was 20.
I just picked the ball, man.
In the club.
Especially in Miami.
Man, I was blown, bro. Man,
He was slaying on the criminal club. I'm like, come on, cuz.
Hey, I was in there, but and I left with something. So, hey,
They off, man.
I was straight, but hey,
Now, what you saying?
Right, you play you
Take the drink in your own.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck where you at. You gonna get it and bring you in.
So how was that though? Playing for you women, then being with that in that situation.
Like I tell people, like going to University of Miami, man, you already you don't got the money, but you around the money.
Right.
So you gonna kind of learn how to move. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No offense, going to like Florida State. You ain't around money like that.
No, that's totally different.
So you're already living a lifestyle. So when you see a lot of Jits when they from Miami, they get that money, them niggas already had.
They already been doing something.
Yeah.
The move is not going to be around to know how to move.
Teach how to move.
Y'all was getting NILs too.
So like I tell you with my peanuts, they ready for the cut out of Miami. And I'm a
I told somebody the other day, Miami, they wilding, they behind because the only reason they were good because they was doing NIL before NIL. Now that shit on the even playing field. Now shit.
You see what we doing now?
Lance said they gonna do something, so I'm ready to see. Cause
we finna have a big NIL deal down there.
Lance done put me up on game shit
down there.
We
y'all and FIU.
Miami game right now ain't not playing again 50,000. Go ahead.
Y'all just the loudest. Y'all just the loudest, bro.
Boy say y'all.
Everybody cooking up.
Say FIU run Miami though.
It's the culture.
That's what they say.
They ain't getting no NIL deal.
They say FIU run that shit down there.
That's Bush City.
They don't even.
Hey, Lance. That's Bush City, man.
Nah, that's Cristobal got that.
Bush don't
Cristobal
got that.
Still Bush City until somebody beat
Just saw
FIU.
still a recruit on there. Everybody thought he was going somewhere else.
Man, we got enough running backs. What do you think them boys in the hood buy me 100 balls?
Got the best running back group in the country.
I think we up in this cycle,
What was
y'all.
your
Like,
reaction when you find out about the football player killed his teammate?
Oh, boy, that shit crazy.
that was wild, bro.
Yeah, that was
Man,
wild.
that's
Good
so
question,
like-
Rainey.
You play with y'all?
Podcast too, bro.
Boy, I tell you wild now. I tell
You better when you was up. Okay.
I remember his last day running from the field, bro. Like,
So was it a situation between those two guys? Or?
man, I don't know. I don't talk about it, but I don't know what's going on. But I was cool with both of them. You know what I'm saying? I just never forget getting that phone call when one of the teammates, actually the run Thomas called me and said, like, "Hey, man, we got to go to we got to go back to the facility because Powder got shot." I'm like, got shot? Damn.
Right.
I just saw Powder. They were dumping the coach in some water. They were doing something. They were laughing, playing with the coach after practice. It was like right after practice, but when you like a long time, like probably about an hour, I don't know how long ago. Next thing I know, he called me back. Yeah, man, Powder dead.
That's crazy. So what was it like when you found out there was another teammate accused at this point? Like, I don't think anybody's found guilty. So what was that feeling like when you found out?
It was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna know. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Hope it like come out the best. But Rashawn was my teammate. We came in together. That's my little girl cousin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. But man, I don't really want to speak on it. But I hope,
feel you.
I don't know what's going on. Know what happened. But
So
that shit crazy. That's something you don't want us to speak on. But I just hope everything work out.
That's what y'all got in common between. I mean, I think all got like all like those great championship teams. Those sports, y'all got some controversy around.
That's the thing.
That like, said somebody just running off the field laughing though.
Right.
Laughing.
Like fragile like that, man. You gotta be careful. Like
I brought in college. That's how I brought the first car to college. Because his cousin was selling cars, and I brought my car. I had that bubble. Hey, everybody had that orange bubble clean. Put the 22 spinners on it. 415.
Nice.
Then switched it up.
I'm gonna call him right now.
And Lance did say he was on social media before he was on social media.
Man, I'm Pilgrim, man. That Pilgrim money.
Now, on the last pod, though, I was speaking about we was talking about the NCAA game and whatnot. And I played at Bethune-Cookman, and we was on the game too, but not to y'all. You guys, you was talking about players getting paid for their name. I was talking about they had broke us off a little settlement check for that. But I know some people got like it was tiers of it, but like none of that little amount wasn't nearly as half as what what you guys put in on those games or whatnot.
I don't even bro. The mad check was like when I was in the league, was like 13, 14 grand.
Yeah,
every year you're mad, man.
And that's pretty much what it should have been for the same thing. Because college was just as big as man. Yeah. And so
I think
they broke off the NCAA too, but it wasn't
like it wasn't like that.
We're generating trillions of dollars.
Right.
It ain't,
that's the thing.
Like it ain't. We shouldn't even get it. Some grand, man. We should get like
some.
Right. At least six.
Hey, I tell them
at least six.
I told University of Miami, goddammit. Hey, y'all come pick it back then, so we all build a motherfucking stadium. The motherfucking peanut better be up and down the damn stadium.
Remember what I was saying though? We couldn't get paid then, but now that we generating adulthood, it's like the boosters and shit. We didn't know money, but now that we know it, man, the boosters, man.
Relationships, right?
Bro.
Yeah, relationships.
That's why you thank God for not moving like a little ass.
Right.
During the time, like you wild out, like we were young.
But see, back then we didn't have too much social media like it is now. We had the cameras on the phones and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what we did talk about. These kids got a little easier. But imagine if you guys had that kind of platform.
So I kind of
it just started because you forgot we recorded T-Bone and that video got deleted because nobody didn't want to get sued.
Hey, we went wire. Randy went wire today, bro.
I don't know what this man's talking about.
We're not finna. We can talk crazy about football, Jesus, on the show. I don't know what video you talking about.
Just like you said. He think he all this and all that.
I don't know what you talking about, Randy.
You swing on T-Bone.
I ain't even in this, man. What this man got going? Hey,
I love Randy, man.
White Jesus not so Jesus.
They called Ja'Cory Harris a liar when he said that, man.
Hey, Brandon Hicks, what you got going on these days, man? I know you do. You did some catering for us today, man. Tell people where they can find you.
I'm a private chef, man. You can look me up in any social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's Chef B Hicks. I go ahead and travel. I cook any catering job, any private chef and business. Any event you got going on, wedding party, it doesn't matter. I go ahead and hook you up. Make sure you're gonna love it.
It is fire too. It is fire.
But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Hey, just go ahead and hit me up, man. Just go ahead and shoot me a message. I got you. I hit you right back. Let me know.
And that is what an ad read sound like when you on them Graham Cole gummies.
Look, listen, bro. I tell people all the time. B Hicks my boy, but he had the biggest nose on our team. Like, I always knew he was coming in the locker room to feel a little heat just because he breathing. Like, big nose.
Hey man, the craziest thing, dog, when you go in 2 days and it be hot. You know what I mean? You black, bro. You turn like 2-3 shades darker. But if he had a perfect name, listen, he was the only one, bro, at night, bro, walking clothes just invisible. Craziest thing, bro. We ain't like, bro, why? Hey. Yeah, bro. We only knew it was him because he smiled.
Man, walk around with a national championship on his nose.
Hey, but I locker room was, man, dancing, fighting, jiving each other, rapping against each other.
We don't know that. Those are the best members of men.
Man, listen, man. When we used to get out of practice, man, first of all, we got to go to tutoring or something anyway, so we ain't trying to. Russell do that. You feel me? But we wrestling, bro. We just having it.
We gonna fight in the locker room. And shake
Everything, bro.
Brandon, real quick. I know, like we had who we just had on the podcast? Caleb, we had the kicker. He said Percy Harvin had the best hands on the team.
Man,
you talking about fighting?
Yeah. Not catching no football.
No, I don't respect nobody be stealing because that nigga stole me in the back of my head. Like, I'm finna tell you a story. I'm a dog, but nigga still stole me. So we
I tell you, had the best hands on the team.
we both hurt. So we in the hurt line, like when we hurt guys go in, work out and all that kind of stuff. So we here talking trash to each other, just jiving and all that kind of stuff. And I noticed he got serious. So I was like, you know what? We just walk over there. Before you know it, boom, back of my head. So we about to screw off and all that, and the coach broke out. So I'm mad. You know how when you get mad, you cry. So I'm crying. I'm mad, right? So he finally came over and said, my bad, this and that, all that kind of stuff. And then,
I gotta get mine back. Because I would have popped his ass.
We gotta be even.
But I respect him though, but you know.
Hey, bro, I think the best hands on the team, dog, Brandon James. Dog. He fought this this nigga Tank on the team.
They fought.
And Tank was in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
Bro, hey, Tank was about to go in the shower. Dog. He had on.
Wait, hold on. Brandon James is how big?
Brandon James was 5'5". You look
Man,
at BJ right now. BJ like 5'4". Bro, 165. If you bro, now he not playing. He ain't as big as you.
Right.
Bro, BJ ain't small though, but he was swole back then. Bro, Tank was about 5'11", 320. More muscle than fat. Yeah, Troy Epps.
Okay.
Bro,
So
he was
D
mad
tackle, right?
Yeah, he played D tackle, dog. Bro,
I don't know. I remember they were
bumping. Tank was bench pressing damn near 500. Bro, listen, I don't know what they got into it during practice. BJ was like, I beat your ass. He was like, all right, yeah, you gonna see me now. But BJ, I think he threw his helmet at him, dog. He ducked. Troy ducked. Next thing you know, bro, Troy swung, dog. I just knew BJ was about to get rocked. This little nigga moved out the way. I was like, what? Bro, it looked like a video game how fast he was hitting Troy, dog. And he tapped Troy like 2 or 3 times, dog. And then Troy kept trying to grab him. And every time he kept trying to grab him, I was like, damn, bro, listen. And then I was like, bro, that was the quickest, bro.
So we all standing up in the back and whatnot. So we back there. It was like me, B. James. I think Mike Pouncey was there. Brandon Antoine. There was a couple of us back there. We was chilling. And this girl had walked by. You know what I'm saying? She was for everybody. She would hold her hands, I guess, with the dude from Gainesville. Because she was from Gainesville. So I guess that was her boyfriend or whatnot. Little Sammy.
Oh.
So when he walked by, I tapped
BJ. Sammy, man, sorry.
Bro. So when she walked by with dude, I tapped BJ this way, and I was like, "That's the people." So I guess dude heard me. So I'm chilling, and he come back, and I feel my shoulder go like this. So I look. He was like, "Hey man, I heard what you said. Next time you gotta see me." I said,
"See me right now."
Man, you gotta see me right now, then. No, before I could do anything, dog. BJ hit this man so goddamn hard, bro. Like, so hard. I was like, bro, what? Now this man BJ crazy, man. Bro.
We gotta wrap it up, man. I want to hang out some more, man. I appreciate y'all brothers for coming through support and hanging out with us, man.
Problem.
You know, no, everybody. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man.
We do this all damn day.
Oh yeah, man. We've been chilling here a long time.
It's stories galore.
Kick some more.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm
putting y'all boys on.
Hey, new roll up, new vibes.
Look, y'all 5 years later. I know you.
Be sure to visit Graham Code NSD25 at checkout for 25% off. New roll up, new vibes. Y'all come in the kick. We got here. I just want to do one last little promo, man. Let's hang out a little bit.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know y'all rocking. Yeah.